It was 21 seconds. We're live.
21 seconds before we go live, Paul shows up as usual. Welcome everyone
That's
to
earlier.
the. That's early for Paul. He's only 5 seconds before normally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to the Home Theater Hub, everyone. Home Theater Hub number 51 as we close in on a year. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I can't believe it. We're on number 51. Next year will be our 1 year anniversary of the Home Theater Hub. It's just, I mean, I can't believe it.
I think I missed one, and then I was not on a couple. Well, not, I mean, I wasn't on the whole time. Once when I was in Colorado, but I did show up, but just to say hello. And then I think there was one maybe that I wasn't on at all. I don't remember. So,
Yeah, there might have been one or two. Not very many, but we look.
yeah.
You're a host, man. You're not even a co-host. You're a host.
I know, right? And you're hosting tonight's show, so get ready.
Ike is extremely tired today. I will say thank you, Ike, for supporting my Ravens today with your purple microphone cover and your purple hat. So my Ravens are playing right now. So if you guys see me looking over to TV, that's why. So
Yeah.
but
They might be winning now because you're smiling, right? Look out for that expression to
Hey,
change.
that's a good place to be, man. The
Mhm.
Chiefs won last time, but man, they got some. They need to tighten up ship, I think, a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
let's
tie
move
game
on
right
from
now.
football because I don't want to talk about the Cowboys and all that crap.
Yeah, it's a tie game right now,
Sore subject.
7-7. Yeah, you need to keep them Cowboys quiet.
Yeah,
What's going on, Chuck? How are you, sir? Thank you for the congratulations. Mike, what's going on with you, sir? Appreciate you being in the chat already. So, Paul, how was your week?
It's been okay. Yeah, I've had better weeks. So, but I mean, overall I'm good. It's just, you know, just nothing exciting. I did. I think I already told you guys. I did upgrade one of my switches, my network switches, and I am going to go ahead and upgrade my. I think I'm going to get me the Unified Dream Machine Max Pro that can have 5 gig throughput. But I purchased, and I don't know if I told you. It's a long story. I figured out something with my NAS and stuff, but I ended up buying a switch that can do link aggregation to allow my NAS to do 5 gig.
Oh, wow.
So as now is
nice.
connected to 5 gig, and because I was trying to figure
You-
out a problem I had.
Yeah, well, I finally got that what is it, that the switch that we were working on before?
Yes. Yeah.
I finally got that all hooked up, and that seems to be
Oh, okay.
working good. So it's the 10 gig. It does 10, 5. What is that? What is the Ubiquity? It's a Ubiquity
Yeah.
4-port
That
switch.
that's the Unify is Ubiquity.
The Unifier,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
if you
so I got that
see
hooked up. It's the
it. Let's see
4-port
if I
flex,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's so
way over here. Let me see. I'll show you. It probably. Let me turn.
yeah. I like that you guys are upgrading to all of that, but I don't know if I need that, man. Like,
well. I just wanted to I wanted to be able to, because all my stuff is already digital, right? So it's already on hard drives.
Yeah.
So I can go from NAS to hard drive, from hard drive to NAS super
flash.
fast,
Yeah.
right? As long as it's SSD or whatever, it's still got to read the hard drive, right? But if I can get it the throughput to be the full, like Paul says, 5 gigs. I mean, you can move files around like crazy. I mean, I have this little SSD Samsung, and I tell you what, man, I was copying from digital to digital like extremely fast.
Yeah.
When it wasn't a disk spin, it was like, I mean, 10 seconds, for a 60 gig movie. It was fast. So through the Thunderbolt, um, it was really, really good. So I understand, you wanting to upgrade that way you can move those files, to wherever you're digitally, if as long as you don't have to spin a disk, right? If you have to, if you're copying a disk, it's still going to be the same time, right? If you're ripping the disk, because the reader still has to read it. And even so, with a not an SSD, just a regular hard drive, as long as it's spinning the disk, it's going to be slower than the SSD. It'll still take some time to do it. But if you got the 7200
RPM.
drive, RPM, it'll be a little bit faster for you. But yeah, no, that's great. I was thinking about upgrading to the Ubiquity stuff also, for just to do the whole house. I
Yeah.
want to do a second rack in
And
my.
and what's really cool about it is, especially if you know some nerd, you can actually you normally you want to get a switch that has a cloud key, unify cloud key. And then once you do that, you can basically share that with an admin person, and then they can access your switch to program it. So they'll
Okay.
have access as if they were sitting right where you're at. I do that for a couple of my buddies here. I don't do it professionally. I do other stuff, but yeah, one of my friends, I had him buy the Unify with the cloud key so I could monitor and troubleshoot his network, and he had a rogue device actually broadcasting his network ID. I think it was probably one of their kids had something that assigned an ID, and it was
Hmm.
just, but it wasn't a router, right? So it was basically interfering with all of their
Yeah.
Wi-Fi access because it was just random and things were connecting to it, and it didn't have internet access. So anyways, so once I found that out, I was like, look, we're just gonna have to change your SSID. It's gonna be a pain. You're gonna have to redo all your devices, but I can't find this device. I even did a net scout, like the signal strength device, to try to find it. And as soon as I got there, like 10 minutes in, it shut off. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where this. Maybe it was a neighbor. I don't know. Whatever it was.
Hey, it's called network segmentation.
Yep, exactly.
You
So I'm
got you
like,
got to
okay,
break your home network into smaller
yeah,
segments.
yep, pretty much. And that's exactly what I did. Actually, I had the his wife works at a rather important industry, so I just set her up a total separate. I just hardwired her. I was like, look, you shouldn't even be running wireless. So, but yeah, the Ubiquity Unify stuff it's top notch, and I mean, it is just as good as Cisco or Extreme Networks, Juniper, all that stuff, but it's consumer prices. You know.
Yeah, let's give a real quick shout out to the chat. Big, Michael, Sky Lake, Cinema Pro, John. We got Benny in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yeah, Benny, I sent you a text message. I told you to stop ducking us, man. That was a joke, by the way, Benny. I know you've been busy, so
Benny's like, I'm in the chat. How am I ducking you?
you, he might be like, I don't mind showing up, but I don't want to be on until midnight.
that's fine. We'll schedule him first so that he can get his. I mean, he posted pictures again today. I'm going to talk about this too. So Casey, he's big on Facebook groups, and he has been trying to put together a Florida meetup group. Him and Michael, Michael Stevens, youth man, they've been trying for a little bit to put up a Facebook, I mean, not a Facebook group, but a Florida get together group.
Florida get together.
Yeah, and Benny posted pictures of his theater saying that he's going to host, and he lives about 2 hours. He lives in the Orlando area, so he lives about 2.5 hours north of me. But he posted pictures again, and I immediately I was like, you know what? I gotta send Benny a text message, man. Stop ducking us. You need to get on the show and show off this wonderful theater that you have. I know that he's been extremely busy though, so it's whenever you can, Benny. No pressure. I know you reached out to us before, but we had already had a guest on, so I apologize for that. But yeah, no. I know that we have 2 guests scheduled next week. Not next week. Next week and the week after. So if you want to, and then we're going to talk about Thanksgiving week also. I think that we're probably going to try to do the show on Friday. Isn't that correct, Ike? Friday instead of Thanksgiving evening. That way we spend time with our families and stuff like that. We may
More like that way we stay alive till Friday. So
that is true.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so yeah, if that works for Paul, yeah, that also works for me. We can do Friday, and we can make it a short show, and entertain you guys while all your turkey or whatever you eat for Thanksgiving digests.
Getting back from
You can
your
watch
from
us.
your from your late night Black Friday shopping, right?
Yes. Oh God. Yeah, don't remind me. Do people still do that? Does people
Oh
still?
yeah.
I mean, I know, but is it as big of a deal as it was? I mean, it used to be. Now I know there's tech stuff that people always line up for, right? Like the latest whatever super device or whatever. I know that stuff still happens because they have limited quantities. But as far as like, don't people just order it on Amazon? Like,
For the most
or
part, yeah.
I mean, comparatively, because before, it used to be, a $500 TV they'd have for $120. So people were lining up, fighting for that thing. We're miles long, those lines, and first come, first serve. I mean, it was dangerous. I went one time to the what was called a hypermart. I don't know if you even know. It was a Walmart. And I mean, I just went there to watch, right? Because I was like, I've seen this on the news and on the, all this stuff. And it was no joke. People were literally taking the carts and using them as battering rams to barrel people. I was like, that's insane. I was like, these people are crazy. I was like, man, they're, hey, and I I
Look
was
at this.
financially in the same situation as they were at that time, but I was just like, man, it's just not. That's not worth the savings, man. It's not worth breaking an arm or,
I'm not dying for a $300 Vizio TV, man.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
Here you go. Well,
Exactly.
how about this one? Let me share this one for you. Let's do this one.
Let me get that on the screen.
Are you dying for this one?
Ooh,
100-inch
it's the high
100-inch
sense,
TV
man.
for $17.99, man. I mean, can you
Nope.
believe it?
I wouldn't buy something that says Google TV on it.
I don't know.
Dude,
This,
Not even interested.
it has 144 refresh rate.
There's
Yeah.
77-inch
Sheesh.
OLEDs for $1,200.
No, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do 100-inch.
Oh,
So I mean, and then they have another model also that's
Is this like the newer model? Is this like 3 years old?
this is this year's model, the QN7 and QN8. Let
Oh,
me see. Let me share this tab instead. So here we go. Here's the U8. Excuse me. The U8 was $49.99. Saved $2,000 for a 100-inch mini LED TV.
well, that's
I
pretty
mean,
good.
that's
So it's a
that is
high
awesome.
It's not a
that,
Google TV. So I
it's
guess
high
that other.
sense. Yeah.
And
Okay.
this is the one that I'm looking at here.
I mean, I guess it probably has Google on it.
I'm looking at this one.
It's
This
TCL.
TCL 98-inch. I saw the QM8 versus the G4. I tell you what, the G4 did better, right? But it wasn't $4,000 better. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a G4 though.
Yeah, yeah. But
just-
by the
just
way,
a
I
bit-
pressured. It seems like I pressured Benny enough. He's going to join us in about 15 minutes.
Oh,
So
Oh, look at that! All right.
you online
Gosh,
bully. You're
man.
such an online bully, man. God.
I
I'm a
know,
key.
man.
I'm a keyboard warrior,
No,
man.
no,
Don't
no,
call
no,
me
no.
up.
Yeah.
He's an influencer. He influenced.
Influence the guy, man. Oh, quickly, let me pull this up on the screen. John says, thanks to you guys, I ordered the Evolution 8K Pro. That's great, man. Dude, I should be having that coming in sometime maybe next week for review. So you're probably gonna get it before me, but I think it's a great play. At least the 8K is. I assume the Pro is gonna be,
I have
better.
I received the UHD 8000.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
yeah, that's also a beast of a device.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic that you picked that up. You should enjoy that. If you need any tips or anything like that, just shoot me a message, Facebook Messenger or anything like
Yeah,
that. I'll be happy to help you.
we'll help you set it up or
John Robo.
help you
Yeah,
with some tips
I
and
am a
tricks.
trader.
Help you with some
That's funny.
tricks to
What's that? The
help you get
Zudu?
set up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's the
the
Zedu,
newest
not the
Zidu, right?
Evolution.
It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
newest Zidu. You sell out, but we understand. We know how you got it, so
So
we'll let it slide. Paul.
getting back to these TVs, I spoke to Brian Whisper Status in chat, and he said that FOMO likes the TCL and he likes the Hisense, the U8 series. So I think they're pretty close, as far as what they, the two TVs together. I mean, for 100-inch, man, you can't beat that. I mean, it's like,
So now wait a minute. Is it 4,000? It's
so the
17
four
off.
so they have it's $39.99 for the
Oh, okay.
TCL,
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
Or yeah, for the TCL, but the Hisense is $29.99.
Costco has the 98 TCL for 1,500.
So they have another version
Now
also.
we're talking. That's
I
my
know,
man
right?
right there.
Thank you,
Now
Everyday
we're
Jay.
talking.
So the 115-inch, John, I believe it's around. It started off at 15 grand. I don't know how much it is now, but let's see. TCL 115.
Let me send that
QM8.
Costco link to the wife right now.
19 grand.
98 inches. Yeah, that's
20
good.
grand.
That's 17.99 for that one. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. See, I thought I got confused because I was like, wait, was that 17.99 off or was that the actual one? Yeah, 100-inch QLED. That's pretty good. I wonder what
Yeah.
the one at the Costco is.
Not sure.
The Costco is the
I think it's the
Q67,
the 7.6
U6.
U7.6.
It just says Q67. It's the
Oh, okay.
QLED. I'm looking at the TCL,
QLED.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
But it's an LG one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a QLED TCL, 120 hertz. Oh wow.
So I mean, if you're looking for a large display,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I personally witnessed the QM8 versus the G4.
Oh, they have the Hisense on their at Costco too, for
Yeah.
$17.99. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Best Buy, Costco. I think they're all the same price everywhere.
Yeah. Same price everywhere.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I think I'll take the Hisense over the TCL though.
I have not seen the Hisense. Like I said, I spoke to Brian. He was doing a shootout between the U7 and it was a different TV. I forgot which other TV he was doing a shootout. He was doing like a premiere for. And I asked him which one, and he said he liked the Hisense and FOMO liked the TCL. So I definitely respect both of their opinions. So I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I've seen that. I guess. I mean, I believe it was at Cedia, right? We saw, or was it? Where did we see the '98 when the Hisense first released its big screen? That looked really good. So
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
don't.
right now. I have a 75-inch Sony, and it's older. It's not. It's one of the. It's a E900.
how much does that TV weigh? That 100-inch right there.
Let me go on and see.
Hey, it's cheaper locally if you have a truck, right? So they don't have to ship it. That's true.
Yep. Yep. That
Look at
is true.
everyday Jay with the tips, man. Get your truck and drive 5 hours and go pick it up somewhere.
Yeah. What's the specs on there?
Let's see. Show full specs. There we go. 480 motion rate, 144 refresh.
Dolby Vision.
Dolby Vision. Yeah.
Does it? Oh, did it have Dolby Vision? Yeah.
137 pounds.
137. Woo. Wait, is
Golly.
that product
I,
with?
yeah, you're not mount.
Dang,
Yeah,
man.
you're not
Yeah.
mounting that one on your stud, man.
Yeah. You better. That ain't drywall anchor there. You're gonna be. You need some lag bolts in them studs.
Yeah, they make special things that are 160, 170 pound rated just for one bolt.
Yeah.
You drill in a half inch. You drill like a half-inch hole, and it's got this long like zip tie, like it's almost like a zip tie thing, but it's got
Yeah.
a screw on one end,
Yep.
yeah, and then
It
it
has the
flattens
bullet.
out.
Yeah.
Yep, and then you stick the screw in there and you break off the piece, and that's I believe they have some of those rated for 160 pounds. So me, I don't have an issue. I'm drilling straight into block, so I have
Okay.
about I have about that much a furring strip, and the rest goes right into block. So I'm Tapconning everything into mine. So I don't have I'm putting thick Tapcon lag bolts into mine. So I don't have an issue.
You don't have that problem. Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Drywall is surprisingly strong, believe it or not. I mean,
No, it is. Definitely is. If you try to
than sheet
break,
concrete. I mean,
trust me,
it's just
I've been working with this drywall long enough to know that if you try to break like a piece of drywall like this wide, it's if you break it long ways, it's fine. But if you try to break it in half, it's extremely
yeah,
strong.
yeah.
Oh wow, 256 demon zones. That's not. Well, I mean, I'm not impressed by that.
Which TV are you speaking of there, Michael? For
Yeah, for
256
the
don't.
100, he's referring to the 100 inch.
Which one though?
The one that
We,
you're looking at.
The one
we
you
got
Well,
looking
it's
at.
a bright TV. Whew, it's gonna burn your retinas.
Ooh, yep,
100-inch.
you're gonna be staring at that solar.
U76N. Oh, okay.
Let's see what the TCL has for
That's
dimming
why I
zone.
just go OLED. You don't have to worry about the dimming zones.
Man,
Just dim.
you can't beat OLED, man. I'll take a smaller screen size than.
This one with up to 5,000 local dimming zones.
5,000.
Yeah.
Now that is, that's a
bright.
And then
decent.
up to 5,000 nits peak brightness. This is the one that I was looking at.
That's crazy.
That's why the color is better. The color is probably better on the TCL than the Hisense.
So
Oh, John said he went with the Samsung QE85. Bro, you will not
But
pay
no
me.
Dolby
You will not
Vision on
pay
a-
me. You will not
on
pay
a
me to
Samsung?
buy a Samsung, man. There's no Dolby Vision, man.
yeah, Samsung does not play well with Dolby Vision. They have a battle
They have
going on.
they have the HDR10, right?
Just
Plus.
get the HD Fury, and then then you'll have Dolby Vision on the screen.
Yeah, it's psychological. I just want to see Dolby Vision.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. You get up at HD Fury, and you'll see Dolby Vision pop right up
Yeah.
on there. Let you know, like, oh, Dolby Vision.
It's
The
like
only negative that I saw about this TCL is that it says it's got anti-glare, but I thought I was seeing when I saw it, I thought I was seeing a lot of lights and reflections.
Did
So
you see
that's
it in a? Did you see it in a showroom?
I
Well,
saw it at M Wave.
it's
Oh,
anti-glare. It's not
it's
no
not.
glare.
I know,
It's
Right.
just
right? It
we're
doesn't tell you
we're
what
we're
percentage.
not admitting that we have glare.
Well, the problem is that I got four humongous windows right next to where the TV goes. So
Oh
Yeah,
Jesus! Yeah,
don't don't do
you're
that.
gonna have to get some electric blackout curtains, my man.
Something,
well,
man.
I have blinds, but
Well,
the
I
kind
know that's you get them electric and powered. That way, whenever you turn on the TV, it automatically.
100 inch. That's a large surface area you're covering, man. You're gonna
Oh
need.
yeah, yeah. Well, I have 77 right now or 75 right now. I have the Sony E900. It's an older TV. It's one of the
Dude,
first.
that is more than twice the size, though. From 77 to 100, that is.
Let's take a look at that.
At least 1/3
Oh,
the size.
God.
Yeah, it's what is it? Projector screen.
Displaywars.com. Size. What do you have right now? 75?
Yeah.
And you're going to go to 100?
Yes.
Okay, so in comparison, your 16 by 9 display is area is 77.78% larger.
So I'm trying to find this website that I used to use that would show.
Displaywars.com. It's displaywars.com. That's what you're looking for.
That's not the one I used to use.
Well, this one is the one
Yep.
you should use.
You probably.
I'm trying to pull it up because you can enter the two and it'll show like in the
Yeah.
background.
That's exactly what this is. Yep.
Share your
I'll,
tab so we can see it.
I'll send you the link. There you go.
Just go to displaywars.com.
Let's see.
So that's the way that you basically compare, because people don't realize it doesn't look like it's that much, but whenever you're looking at actual surface area and stuff like that, you really needed that calculator to really get a perspective. 77% larger. That's getting close to double the size. That's huge.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, and then you can scroll down, and what you really just look in comparison, and you just look at as a 16 by 9 display. It's 30% larger diagonal, but as far as the area, which is what I guess it's 70. Did I say 77? Yeah, 70. I don't know let me look to see if that's, no. What did you type? Oh, I said 75 to 100 inch. What did
98 is the TLC.
Okay. I was like, yeah, that's 7% difference just from 98 to 100 inch.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. So anyways, that one, 70% larger in area, that's a lot of area, and looking at it, the blue versus the green, you can compare the actual area. So it's not quite a double, but that's a huge difference. So
no, it's a lot. It's definitely going to be large. My living room. So I have like a kind of like you, Paul. My kitchen runs into my living room, right?
Yeah.
So so it's about, I want to say it's about 40 feet wide from like the kitchen to the front, to the wall that I use for the living area. So it's when I'm sitting there, it's not like the 77 is I mean, the 75 is small, but I'm not complaining about the size at all. But if I can get something, I'm looking for the next upgrade. To be honest with you, I was going to buy the 83-inch G4. It was. I think it's like $6,700 or $6,400. I've been trying to wait for it to go down. It has the micro lens on it. This year for the 83. Last year it did not, so that's why I didn't buy it. But the micro lens was on the 75, and I'm not going to upgrade to the same size TV. So I wanted to at least go a little bit bigger. It was just barely gonna fit because I have cabinets off center to the left, and then I have the TV to the right. So my wife was saying, let's take the cabinets down and just put a big TV in there. I'd have to do a little bit of stonework and stuff like that, but I'm trying not to take on any more projects right now until I can get everything else done. So, but I will make an announcement.
I would technically recommend not starting another project until you finish the one you
I
want.
bet you he would finish that one a lot quicker.
Yeah, because the wife would
Because
make
there's no drywall involved.
You'd be finishing stonework faster than you ever did into a single piece of drywall.
So
She'd be like, why isn't this done yet? And you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm finishing it.
the last piece of window drywall went in today. So
we need a sound bites, man. You need to get the yay, the crowd noise and stuff like that.
So now I got to put corner bead and start mudding. So I got to figure out what corner bead I need to use for double drywall, because the regular metal corner bead is not going to work. It's not wide enough for double drywall, unless you do overlapping, which around the windows I did not do overlapping. So I just cut it. What's going on, Benny?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Let's stop sharing this ginormous TV. Benny can put us to shame with this wonderful theater that he's got set up here.
Just look at the blue lights in the background
with that shirt. Like, look at that, man.
He's got he went and put the Home Theater Hub shirt on for us and everything.
It's your show, Benny. Now you're the host.
Yeah, for sure.
So we met Benny. I met Benny at M-Wave this past year. He was very gracious in sharing some tips with me on how to operate my camera properly and everything else like that. How to set it up. Benny's your profession is a videographer, correct? Video and photographer.
Photographer first, then videographer second. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I met him at M-Wave. Michael used him on several of his videos, right? Several of his I think he's had you come out on various videos, and then also at M-Wave for a couple years now, correct?
Yeah. Yep. M-Wave, CDO. I was just behind the camera. He does all the editing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you just shoot for him.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, met Benny, and he was telling us about his theater that he was putting together, and I was trying to get him on the show while he was building, but he wanted to show the finished product. He didn't want to show the build stuff. And so
yeah, plus all my downtime I was using building, so I really didn't have time to do it.
Yeah. So start to finish, how long do you think it took you to build out your theater?
Oh, maybe 5 months, 6 months. Yep.
Very
From
good.
construction to end. Yeah. Yep.
And what are we looking at as far as dimensions for your theater?
21 by 17 and a half.
So you're right there where I'm at. I'm going to be at 21 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But once I put I'm at 17 now, but once I put my panels on and stuff, it's gonna drop down to like 16, something like that.
Yeah. That's why I didn't go with floor to ceiling panels, because I didn't want to lose that much into my room.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing the same exact thing as yours. You guys will see in a little bit here what what he did. But Benny, give us a little bit of history about yourself, about the what got you into home theater and you know everything like that.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been in home theater since man. I used to work at a rent to own center, and I used to be able to get everything from cost. So I was a manager out there, and then I don't know if you remember those big Mitsubishi TVs. They were really thick, and it was
Yeah.
65 inch. That was like my first big TV,
The
big
rear
silver
projector.
box. I
Yeah.
got one of those. Then all of a sudden, I started getting the speakers, and I think the Matrix just came out when I bought that, and that's where everybody was getting into hi-fi really bad right then. So then when I bought a house, I sold that. Then I bought a clips. I bought a whole clip set, and I had that until maybe 3 years ago, and until I went to M Wave, and that's when I changed
Wrong
everything.
thing to do, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So you went to M Wave and then wound up deciding to do a whole dedicated room. And did you have a dedicated room with Eclipse before?
No, this room used to be our back living room, and we just put the wall up when I did this construction here. It used to be an open concept room,
Okay.
and so the link I send you with pictures, you can see the before and after.
All right. Let me email that to myself so that I can
Yeah.
so that we can pull it up here. So what was you said you've been in the home theater for a little while, but what was actually a starting factor for you? I mean, did you go to somebody's house? Did you, I know you said you worked in the rent to own store or whatever, but what pushed you over the edge to say, hey, I gotta start doing this?
Really, just being a movie buff. I don't really know what kind of clicked because I always been into the sound and to movies. I mean, just being in front, going to Best Buy, looking in their showrooms, and that's probably what kind of pushed me over the edge when I went to Best Buy because that's where I bought that big clip set. I bought it
Hmm.
from Best Buy, and they had the big screens in there, and I was just like, whoa, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to email myself for this.
Yeah, it's almost like everybody starts with a cliff system, right? Like if you
Yeah.
started with a cliff system in the chart, just put a one or two or something. Let us know, because I feel like 7 out of 10 people in the home theater community have owned some type of cliff product
Yeah.
or an entire cliff setup for their home theater,
Yep.
and they're great, man. I like them.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd be interested to see how my old speakers sound in this room now that it's treated.
probably better than you thought. And
Right?
you
Yeah.
and you
Exactly.
know
You're
and
like,
you
oh man, I should have never got rid of them.
yeah, because
Yeah.
my cliff system, I gave them to my friend Franklin, and we're gonna get him on the show at some point. He currently uses them at his home theater, which is dedicated home theater, well built and everything. And I can't even believe they're the same speakers I had.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I'm like, wow, why did I even go down this route again?
Right. Right.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, room treatment and things like that can make a lot of change.
Absolutely.
You want me to share what you're sharing, Don?
Yeah, this is
Wow, that just
Benny's
looked, that
Benny's
just,
photo. This is just a photo
wow,
album here. I
I
haven't
mean, you
even
can
looked at
download
it
it.
yet.
You can download. It's easier. You can download the whole album.
Okay.
wow. Okay, I'm just gonna
There-
pull it off.
Yeah, just pull it
Full
up. Put it
screen.
on. Yeah, put it on the full screen.
If you
So
scroll
Ah,
down just a little bit, you'll see there's tabs. One says construction,
all
and
right. So
one is
we'll
the
start
room.
there.
Yeah.
man, I need a website, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was giant open concept. Yep. That's kind of
Yeah.
how what I have right now.
Yeah,
I'm not.
that's exactly how mine started. I had to close up a
Yep.
few.
In that window, that's my screen wall now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Good. Yeah, yeah. Good
Yeah.
plan. I like that.
So that's the
So
screen. That's the screen
Yeah.
wall, and you still get
Oh, go
17.
go back
sure.
one photo. And you see the tape on the ground. That's how thick my wall is. I think my wall is 20 inches out from
Okay.
the. Yeah, I taped
So
everything
that's
off.
that's the false wall where with all the speakers and everything else in
Yep,
the behind
exactly.
them.
Nice.
And did you have anybody help you design your theater, or did you do it yourself?
Home Theater Guru, I had hired them out to give me all the ideas with speaker placement, and he
Okay.
did a diagram.
So Stephen Smith, right?
Yeah, Steven. Yep. Takes all the guesswork out where to place your speakers.
Right. And did you what about the aesthetics portion? Did he help you with that too, or is that something that you did yourself?
That's what I did myself. I wouldn't say myself. I probably stole some ideas from other people's ideas on Facebook and videos. I kind of stole a little bit of here, a little bit of there.
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, you
Yep.
got inspiration from looking at a bunch of stuff, but if
Yep.
someone's not handing you a, hey, here's what you need to do, that's yours. I mean, I know people, get sometimes a little, hey, that's my custom idea, and it's like, hey, it's technically just inspiration, um,
Exactly.
unless you're doing an exact duplicate room.
Yep.
So
So did Benny
that's cool.
did for construction purposes, did you do double drywall? Didn't look like you got clips and hat channel or anything on this. Did you do any type of soundproofing for this?
No, no, because my mind, I'm thinking if I'm going to sell the house, I'm probably gonna have to take this wall down because this is the main living room. So I didn't want to
Okay.
go too crazy. And anytime I watch a movie, I have to watch it with my wife. She don't like me cheating on her with odd movies. So you know,
That's awesome.
so sound bleeding, I wasn't 100% concerned about that.
I
Yeah,
see.
because she'll be with you in the theater most times, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
And is this a solid core door that you use there for that, or did you
They
just?
call it a solid core door, one of those doors you get at Lowe's.
Uh
It's
huh.
not that. I think most of the sound that you do hear outside the theater is coming from that door.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
And you just put rock wool in the
in there. Yeah.
yep, in the back wall there or in the sidewall. Yeah, I made mine kind of like you did with the idea that, hey, somebody may want to reverse this, right? So I
Yep.
tried not to mess up as because mine I converted a garage and an office, right?
Mm,
And then my studio now is a is a fifth bedroom that I have that I'm using for like the YouTube stuff and my office and everything else. So
mhm,
somebody may want to convert that back. They may want to, open it back up. So I did exactly like you did. I have a tile floor. So what
mhm.
I did was I made sure that I drilled when I put the bottom plate on, I drilled through the grout, right?
Okay.
So that the grout could just be put right back in.
Right.
If somebody wanted to fully, everything is just fully reversible. If
Mhm.
I need to move the front wall, I can move the front wall. I actually thought about putting the front wall on some type of roller system that would allow me to move it back and forth because eventually I thought about getting in walls later on. So
Right.
if I got in walls, then I shouldn't need 2 feet. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
unless I'm except for the subwoofers that may go to the back. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I understand. So, looks like you did. Well, from this picture here, looks like you did some sort of an angle for the LCR. You got the center straight on, and then
Yep.
the right and left angled. Talk to me about how you actually angled that. Did you just cut the wood on an angle? Did you how did you take care of that?
I built a box. Pretty much it's just a box. Then I just kind of angled the 2x4s kind of on an angle, so I can tow them in a little bit.
Okay. So is the
Yeah.
bottom plate there, is that a 2x6 on the bottom so that you can move one out further?
No, they're all 2x4s, but you might see there some of them are double jointed. Are you
Okay.
talking about the ones hitting the floor in the middle?
Yeah. So like this, you see how this is this bottom plate here? You said it's
Yep.
that's a 2x4? Did we have prior pictures? Oh, that's
Yeah.
that what it is. It's deep. Okay, it goes all the way to the back of the wall, so you do have
Yeah.
room to stagger them to make
Yeah.
it
And there's like a
come out.
3/4 inch plywood on top of that.
Okay,
Yeah, that goes across.
so then that enabled you to take this one over here and bring it out a little bit further
Yeah, 'cause I needed
to
something to
get the
build those
angle.
top 2x4s into. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good picture of that there. How it comes all the way to the edge
Yep.
versus this one to the back there. You can definitely see the angle there.
Yep.
And what's it looks like you got the Ascendos under here, right? So is that your LCR, the Ascendos?
Those are actually the Ascendo wedges that go on the ceiling. Those are my
Okay.
Atmos. Well, I got 4 Atmos. Then I got 2 of them I'm using as front wides.
Okay, yeah, so they got the natural angle for using them as a
Yeah.
wide. Okay.
Yep.
All right, looks like this is riser time, or did you just raise the floor?
That's riser. Yep. And I did probably 80% of most of the work myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have somebody help you with the electrical, or did you do the electrical yourself too?
I did the electrical. Oh, I did all the electrical in the room. I did hire the electric guy to run 220 amps to my closet to my rack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how tall is your riser? It looks like you did two things at 2x6s there, so it's about 12 inches tall. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
12 inches. Yep. And I was off by after I put it in and I sat down. I didn't realize the couch in the second row, you kind of fall in maybe 3 inches into the softness, and I
Oh,
Right.
couldn't
yeah.
see over the couch or the front row, so I actually had to build another riser underneath the couch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Like a
Yeah,
smaller
you'll see
one.
that in later pictures, but so I did hire a painter and I did hire someone to mud my room. I didn't want to mud it.
Yeah, I've tried, man. I've had 4 different people come over here, probably 5 or 6 to be honest with you, and they all give me a price, and then they just don't show up.
Oh,
So it's like so like 2021, I had somebody come over to hang 80 sheets of drywall and do a level 5 finish. They were going to charge me $4,700.
oof.
Ooh.
I've done all the work, and I had another guy come out. I had like 3/4 of the drywall done, and they quoted me $6,300 to do it. 3 years later, and
Yeah.
I did more than 3/4 of the work. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to pay you to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to suck it up and do it myself when I had a quote. But yeah, I just had another guy come out the other day. He quoted me $5,500 just to do a level 5 finish,
Wow.
which I don't need a level 5 finish. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to cover 3/4 of it up anyway, but it
Yep.
was 5,500 for level 5 and like 3,500 for level 4. So it's, I mean, it's just like, dang, I wish I'd have just paid for somebody to do the drywall back then, instead of being stuck.
They would have probably done the whole thing for the same price.
Correct. Yeah.
It's called penny wise, pound
Yeah.
foolish. But hey, Paul and I would take, we'll charge you maybe 4,500. Take a few days off work and come do it.
Nuh-uh.
Right.
You kidding? I'd be charging him $10,000. I'm like, dude, I see all that equipment you got. You
What
can
is that?
afford
Level 12? Yeah,
That's
you
the
need
problem too.
you need to hide the equipment when you invite them, man.
Well, no. Well, here's the problem. I live in a gated community,
Mm.
and some of the houses, in my neighborhood, when as soon as you turn into the neighborhood, like the houses that are on the lake that you can look at, they're like $2.5 million. Now my house is nowhere near that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Same
it's like,
situation.
Soon,
Yeah,
as soon as they drive in the driveway, it's like,
yep.
add 1,000.
Yep.
Soon as they open
That
the
is,
gate up.
hey, I hear you. That's true. Because when people come to my house, they're like, "What the heck?" Because all the houses you're passing,
Right.
Yep.
they're like, "Damn, dude, you must be." And then they get to my house, they're like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Yeah, cheapest house in the neighborhood." And I've looked. I literally am the cheapest house in the neighborhood. It's pretty wild. But yeah, there's
Hey, Don, I just sent you an equipment list in case you had questions on what I have in here.
Yeah, you just need to tell them you're the housekeeper, that you don't own the house. You know,
Right?
yeah, it will keep the price levels like, look, I don't own the
yeah.
house.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
So
say
this looks like a
just say it's a
subwoofer
rental.
box here.
Yep.
Did you custom make this yourself, or is this what
No, that's
is
GSG.
GSG? Okay.
Yep. I actually I had them just build it, and I just do, and you can have them build to assemble it for you, and
Okay.
not finish, and I painted it. And
Oh, wow.
it's sweet when you order from them and they build it. It's pretty much sanded, and I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to sand it. I just painted it.
Well, it's going behind the screen too, right? Or some
Yeah.
kind of cover. So, the finish there, it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, it would matter some to me because I'm OCD.
Me
So
too.
what is the paint color that you got going here?
I text that to you.
Okay, let me see here.
I don't have it on my screen in front of me.
Sherwin Williams dark ash
Mm.
Yep.
for the all walls and ceiling, and stonemason gray for the trim. Okay.
Yep. You don't see the trim yet.
Yeah, you did good at taking a lot of progress pictures. That's
Thanks.
pretty.
Did you put this on AVS forum also?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I got a build thread on there. I wouldn't call it a build thread, but pretty much like this. Yeah.
Painted all the 2x4s black. Is that a Duretex? Is that what you use for the subwoofers?
Yep. Yep. I only used one coat too, and it did a really good coverage.
Yeah, man, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that if you have a good starting base, like, and it looked like those are finished fairly well. Yeah, you can get one coat on that stuff.
Yep.
For sure.
And those are 221s.
Dang.
Let's see. What you got? 221-inch 4 ohms. What? Who makes those? San 214.
Oh, what is it? Is LA something? LaQuash. I don't even remember the name.
I'm not sure of that. I've never seen those before, but you got them from GHG.
Yeah, it's either
GSG also.
There's two brands everybody gets for when they
Okay.
use these, and I can't remember.
LAVOSE. Yeah, I have heard of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vose or something like that.
Yeah. And then you're doing the Behringer 6000 to power those.
Yes. Yep. I have one for each channel. Yep.
All right. Now we got the Ascendos installed. And the brand of the Ascendos?
Those are the 10s.
The 10s. Okay. So for the side for the LCR is the 10s, the side surrounds are the 10s, the rear surrounds are the 10s, and then the front wides are the Ascendo 6s.
Yep. Wed.
Along with the Atmos, they're the Ascendo 6s also.
Correct. Yep.
So you have 4 Atmos channels, front wides.
Oh, I thought he had 6 Atmos channels.
Nope. 4.
Oh, 4. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yep. I was going to do 6, and I decided to do the wides instead.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I heard was the 6 speakers that you had up there, and you used 2 of them for your wides. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're using the Marantz AV10. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So these are all the
Columns.
columns that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Your
That's the
solid core door.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now,
that looks
when you put the columns, how did you'll probably get to it here in the thing, but how did you attach them to the walls? Did you friction fit them, or was there like some L brackets, or?
Oh no, I put a piece of 2x4 on the wall. Then you just push the columns around it. Then I drilled it. I kind of had plates inside the column,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I was able to drill the back plate of the column into the. No, I put back plate of the column. I drilled into the wall. If that makes
Okay.
sense. Back of the
Yep.
column above the speaker hole, there's a 2x4 bracing,
I see.
and
So
I
you were
did
Yeah,
able to
that.
that,
stick the,
yeah, that's kind of how I built mine. But are your columns touching the floor? Because I built mine to float, so it's on the
Mhm.
wall, but it's not touching.
yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that brace inside of there, right
Yeah,
inside
like
of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
a
Yep.
few inches from the floor. So do you have yours floating too?
No, mine are touching the floor, so they're resting on the floor, but they're not touching the ceiling. My
Okay.
idea was to do trim, but I don't think I'm going to do trim because I can't even tell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I have mine floating, so it's not
But your
touching the ceiling
boxes,
or
your
the floor.
speakers are all sealed or enclosure speakers, right? They're not just in wall. Yeah, all
Yeah,
your
yeah,
speakers.
they're enclosed. Yep.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. And the bottom of these columns, I did put some insulation.
Okay.
Ah, okay,
Mhm.
cool. Yeah,
I didn't
that's a
put it
good
on
idea.
the top.
Keep them from resonating or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have mine packed with insulations all across, top to bottom.
Nice. And that front light, I mounted it like that. I thought it should be even. Then it looked stupid. So then I moved it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing as you. I mean, you had to because of the stagger here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I raised my second set of surrounds up also.
Hmm.
What are
Yeah,
we
but
showing here?
That's how my panels install onto the wall.
Okay.
So they float off the wall like a 1/4 inch. That's able so I can run speaker wire behind the panels, and it's pretty much just a floating picture frame I just shove in there.
I
I
see.
think if you go to a next one, yeah. Then on top of that, and that's how I put the lights. I put the lights in that channel on the top.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
and then you ran the power cable. Those are powered, right? Electric powered.
Right. So you
Okay.
see that bottom piece of that wood right there. You can see the screw holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Velcro on that, and that's what the picture my insulation panels stick to.
Oh, okay.
So
So
Michael
you
asked, what was your thought on your tweeter height whenever you were doing that?
What do you mean? Oh,
As far as the
Home Theater
design of
Guru gave me a diagram, and they told me how high to mount all the speakers.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yep. So I marked all before I even started building. I marked all the speaker placements on the wall first.
Ah, nice. And yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure he probably took into account the dispersion pattern and all
Yeah,
that.
the speaker,
Yeah.
the brand, and
Yep.
all that. So
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, this is the process that I have the questions about because I'm thinking about, obviously my room's 17, 21 and a half feet long. And I
Mhm.
was thinking about just, probably doing like 2 sections, right? Cut it in half, 10 feet and the other one 10 and a half feet and just and then put my angles and stuff in there and make it removable. But I don't know. I think it might be too heavy to use like a Velcro. You know what I mean? Kind of like you did. I don't know. This is the part that I'm really interested to see how you actually did this. So
So
yeah.
right there, if you stop there, you can see the top and the bottom. So the my insulation or panels, it just rests on that bottom part, and I made it really snug, so I can almost didn't need Velcro. They kind of push in there really snug,
it's like a friction fit.
almost like a fix. Right.
So these are 2x4s on here, right?
No, they're like one by twos or
One
something
by
like
two,
that.
one by three. Usually
Okay.
they should be lightweight. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very lightweight. Yeah, and I just use a trim nailer and glue to get them up there.
Okay.
Except I got a small piece of wood that drills into all the studs on the wall. Then the other pieces that you see now, those are nailed with a nail gun, finish
Okay.
gun. There you go, right there.
And I can tell you, if you're thinking about doing Velcro, Don, you there's Velcro that you get the industrial Velcro that you'll staple on, and it's like 2 inches wide.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That stuff holds like 400 pounds.
Oh
It's
wow.
insane. I mean, think about it. I don't know if you've ever. This is. Have you ever seen the show where they throw people against a wall that's wearing Velcro suits?
Hmm.
Yeah.
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 So think about that. That's
What are,
Velcro.
what are you guys
so stop
watching?
right
And
there.
they're throwing people. They're throwing people. So there's so much energy, so much kinetic energy, and they're sticking to the wall. So 100-pound panel, it ain't got nothing on Velcro, especially if it has a like Benny here. Benny, right? Is your name?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm horrible with names. That's the only reason I have. Yeah, he has a ledge there, so essentially there's no shear weight. It's just
Exactly.
lateral weight for the
Right.
vibration of the base. So yeah, that won't even take that much. So Velcro is extremely strong, especially if you're doing it at that width. So if that was your thought, that's a great thought, and it'll hold all day long.
Yep.
I can tell you that.
What are we getting a screen delivery here?
Yep.
Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Center Stage XT?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh yeah.
151, 151.7, so almost 152 inch.
Yep.
And
So
are
the
you
your
cinescope or 16:9? Cinescope?
Cinescope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got the auto masking on the sides.
Oh, nice.
You guys, gosh dang it. Man.
need to give us a demo of that in a little bit here.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So with the LEDs,
Mm-hmm.
are those WLED or are they Govee or are they did you do the programming for these
the
yourself?
Cobb lights too.
Those are all Govee lights. All the blue lights, those are all
Mhm.
Govee. All the other lights are Philip Hughes.
Okay. So with those you had to strategically place outlets and stuff like that, right? To where
No, actually, I got the way I ran it. That far pillar in the back to the right, I got they're all powered in there. I
Okay.
think I got I bought 2 packs of 60 feet, and the way I did one pack one on the top row, and one pack one on the bottom row.
So you started off at the back right on this one?
I started. No, I think I started right there. I started there, but I
Okay.
think each pack has like 2 receivers, so I was able to go both ways
I see.
on the top and then both ways on the bottom, and they all connected and powered in there. I believe. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, because I was looking at doing. I ran 5 wire to everywhere that I wanted my LEDs.
Yep.
So I have to do like a separate power supply and all that stuff, because I didn't plan out doing electrical because I didn't
Yeah.
want all those plugs plugs to be showing and wires to be hanging down and stuff like that. So you did a great job of planning that inside of one of your columns to where you have access to it, but it's unseen. So
But
fantastic job
also
on
the way I
planning
put my panels, I can run wire going all the way across, and you won't see it because the panels will cover it.
that. Okay.
Because I got that piece of wood It's like a 1/4 inch. I got like a 1/4 inch that goes behind the panels. So the panels aren't even touching the wall.
Okay.
So you'll see later that my speaker wire kind of going around the top.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
That is cool. I'm all about the lights. Just, I mean, I know a lot of you turn them off, and I know a lot of people are against them, but it's very artistic, and and you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
I
I love
really,
when I listen to music and just chilling in here.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have like the Gobi AI sync box, and whenever I'm watching like a live concert on Blu-ray or on YouTube or something, and I have it to where it goes with the lights.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, you literally feel like you're there. Whenever they're like flashing the lights or there's a flame on screen or whatever, and all the lights interacting. Yeah, I know it flushes out
The
the
screen.
screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just turn it down to where it's not, you turn the bright, you have to adjust. It does take a little bit to adjust, right? Like behind the screen, I have it a little brighter. Underneath, like the couch, it's
Mm-hmm.
brighter, but, or behind the panels. But anything that's like overhead or whatever, I turn that down to where it's
Yeah.
like, it does. But yeah, I love this. This looks amazing. This is a great, great job. So I'm assuming is it just one color, or I'm assuming they're RGB lights,
Yeah. The
or
RGB. They go
yeah,
any color. Yeah. Yep.
yeah. So yeah, that looks amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's definitely turned out really really nice. Trying to get Scottio to jump on here with us. He's active in the chat. Thank you for joining us, Scottio. Trying to get him to jump. Trying to send him the link to see if he can jump on with us.
Yeah, if he jumps on, I'll tell him what I found out about my faux pas on my NAS. He'll love it.
So now we're moving to
He'll,
the rack. This is 72.
Uh,
That
I
looks
can't remember.
that looks like a 44U, right?
I think it might be a 44.
Yeah, it looks the same height as mine.
It's like
Yeah,
probably 6 feet tall or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a 44U.
Yeah. You can see the wiring going behind things.
Yeah. Now I see your speaker wire being ran.
Yeah. And if I had to run a power wire, I would run it on the bottom part of it so it's not touching the speaker.
That's a great idea too.
Yeah.
oh, Don's stealing every idea he sees.
Ah man,
I think that's the only reason he started
He's
this
asking
channel.
all these
He's like,
questions, right?
you know what? I
Let me
need
just
all
get
the ideas I
ideas.
can get.
Do you realize how many home theater tours I've watched?
Mhm.
I mean, I love them. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
love every single one of them, But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I used to watch the guy, what's the guy's name from? He was in Australia. Not Tony, but there
Oh,
was another guy too.
Sakis.
Yeah. I used to watch all his. He had like 50 some theater tours. Obviously, watch all the ones that Tony does. Michael does. Whenever I see theater tour, I gotta watch it. I haven't had the time to watch Jordan's Haterade Cowboys new series that he's got working on, the epic theater tours. But
Yep.
I need to be able to sit down and watch those though. But yeah, it's I can't get enough of theater tours. I really like looking at people's creation and their eye for design, right? So
Yep.
it's something that I feel that I'm lacking. I love a really nice house that's has a great interior design and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, you did a really good job with from what we've seen so far. And now you
Thanks.
got the looks like you installed the Atmos, the slant. It's up on the top.
Yep.
So the AV10. So you're using. Let's see here. So is the front one acting as your wide, and then the back one acting as your side surround? Is that how you have it set up?
No, the one you just pointed at first,
Mhm.
that's my front row side, and the other one you just pointed at is my second row side.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you have
they're just wide cabled together.
okay. So
Yep.
it's the same
Same signal.
exact sound. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because that's what I'm looking at also, doing the same thing.
Yeah. You can either do that. Some people say maybe use a mini DSP.
Hmm.
I don't really hear delay or anything like that or any weirdness, so I just left it.
And did you run your calibration? Are you using Odyssey or Direct with the AV10?
Direct.
So when you ran it, did you run it with only one set of side surrounds, or did you run it with both sets going at the same time?
I think I ran it with just one.
Okay, which is
Yeah.
probably what you should do.
Yeah, because the front row is most important. So I think I ran it with just the front row.
Okay.
Yep.
So got the screen up on here, and then this is what I'm looking forward to see how you filled it in, because I this is these are the stages that I'm about to get to. Okay, I see
Yep.
your wides up here now. Okay,
Yep.
so it looks like you got it all filled in. Do you have any build uh, of what you did here in the back? Do you have any pictures of how
I
you
don't
built the panels?
I don't think so. I mean, they're pretty much just square picture frames wrapped and just wedged in. They're and with Velcro. They're kind of like friction fitted in.
Okay,
Yeah, and I think I did on the far right side where you see the hole at. There's one on the bottom and there's one on the top. I didn't do one continuous one. I did two and I stacked them together.
I see. Okay,
Yep, and I think I used 2x4s on there on these because I want them to be kind of beefy so they'll stand up.
right.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted it kind of flush with the screen, and the screen was pretty thick.
Yeah. Man, that looks good right there. I mean, it's already a little black
Yeah,
hole right
I like how you came off the side. This is the same
Yep,
exact thing that I've talked about a couple times, coming off the side here, about
yep.
5 feet,
Now,
so that
now that's not insulation or anything behind that part. That's just a what do you call it? An NDF board wrapped with fabric.
okay.
Yep.
And what fabric did you use? Did you use Guilford of Maine? Did you use something else?
No, that DMC fabric.
DFC fabric. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Yep. All of it is the same fabric. One's black in the front, then it's like a gray on the side.
Okay, I'll have to check that fabric out.
Yep.
So this is going to be one of your panels, right?
Right.
I see you're using this is kind of like a diffusion type of
Kind of.
area
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Was there any science behind that, or is that something Steven told you to do, or is that something that
No, that's
you
just
just did?
I just seen other people do similar things like that, so I didn't want to. I was afraid the room was going to be too dead because I was putting installation all around.
All right, so
And
basically
Steven
that's like
he sent you a
one by
PDF.
four.
I'm sorry, I
That's 1 by 4 or one by 3.5, basically.
think 1x3 or something like that. Yep.
So what's the weight for the 15-pound weight? You got to get in your build your workout in between.
That's just holding things as I staple things in together. Yeah.
Got to stay
I-
healthy, man. Don't knock
look,
it.
Right.
I trust me. I understand because I built my whole room by myself too, right? So
Yep.
when you're hanging drywall, I had to build myself a little brace for the ceiling to be able to slide it in up on the top, and then swing it over, and it'll hold the back end while you go nail in the other end. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
definitely understand. Shit. I had ratchet straps strapped to the ceiling so that I can lift full I can lift up a full piece of like a soffit at a time and then just bolt it in. So yeah, like
That is hilarious because that is exactly what I did to hang my when I used to have the 120-inch electric motorized screen that dropped down
yeah,
because there's just no way that thing's like 100 pounds or whatever.
right,
So I
right.
had to ratchet strap one side of it,
Yep.
ratchet it slowly up, and then I went over and moved the ladder, grabbed the other side, ratcheted it, moved the ladder back up. Yeah, that's hilarious. It's like, yep, you just
Yeah,
figure it
Yeah,
out.
gotta do what you can do if you want it
Yep,
done, right?
that's funny
Michael
though.
made a
Like,
comment in here saying my wides need to be separated and delayed. Those wides they are delayed. They went through Dirac. I think you heard us talking about the other back row side surrounds.
Let's see where are we at here. Okay, yeah, those wides need to be separated and delayed accordingly. Looking great room though. Yeah, so the wides are like you said they're you know looking to do the same thing with my side surrounds also. I had asked Paul this uh, a while ago about should I just run them in parallel or in series, or should I try to implement a mini DSP to add an extra channel.
a
Even thought
delay,
about using a I even
decor.
thought about using a like a whole separate receiver, because I have another Denon that I could use just to power those channels. You know what I mean? So um, I'm gonna play around with it to see what will work the best. But more than likely, it'll probably just be wired the same way that you have yours.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. You got the built your own scatter, your combo panels there. I do like that.
Yep. How
And what
effective
did
they are,
you
I have no idea.
what did you use here? Is that the Owings Corning
Yeah,
for?
yeah.
Okay, that seems pretty rigid. Is that like a duck board? Is that like a it's not like your typical fiberglass, right?
No, it's more stiffer, so it kind of stays in place better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what. And how thick is that you used for
I
these
got
panels?
2-inch going all around the room.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah, the whole room. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not floor to ceiling, though.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's. I am. People always say, "Oh, don't overtreat your room." I'm like, do some basic math. Minimum is 20 to 30%,
Right.
and you got to count your ceiling and your floor with that.
Yeah.
So even at that, it's not even. You might not even be all the way at the 30% mark.
Right.
But again, there's a range, 20 to 30%. But
Yep.
it's all about just measuring your RT60 decay and what you like. Some people like more lively rooms, so
Yep.
again, there's no wrong or right way to do it. But I'm yeah, you really. So did I forget his name, Home Theater Guru? Did he plan out like where to put the panels, or did you did all the absorption and acoustic panels? You said you did the design,
Yeah.
but this is the thought that you had to say, I'm just going to do all the absorption around the whole room here and
Correct.
go with that.
And my
Yeah.
thought is, if it's kind of in the wrong spot, or if it was wrong, I can flip the panel around and have the fusion to more to the left or more to the right, or move them around.
Oh, yeah, that's there you go. That's
Yep.
on the off chance that you did too much absorption.
Exactly. I can
Yeah,
take something and
you're
flip
like,
it
oh,
out.
okay. Let me guess. You didn't have to flip any of those.
I mean, I haven't measured, but it sounds fine. Brandon
Yeah.
Hill kind of did my calibration.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that I like that. That looks cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got enough contrast that it doesn't look like a black hole. Which, don't
Exactly.
get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. That
Yeah.
I get that as well. But this, even with all your dark colors that you're going with, there's still enough aesthetic accents that it breaks it up to be appealing. So you have obviously some artistic or design sense, more than just, oh, hey, let's go all black. And
Oh, he's a photographer, so he's got that eye, right?
oh, that's true. I
Right.
forgot about that. That makes sense.
Okay. So it says here, panel fabric is Acoustimac DMD black and DMD charcoal. Okay.
DMD. That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah. So, what about the carpet here? What color did you go with here? Because sometimes light is deceiving in pictures.
I didn't write down the carpet color. I don't remember what carpet. It was a
Is it
gray.
it's a light gray? Okay.
It's actually kind of a dark gray. The white kind of makes it
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sometimes the the
kind of
light
a
is
medium gray. I
deceiving
would
there.
say maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are my the covers I put over the speakers on the columns.
Okay. So like trim work on the speakers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Those are just
I didn't
velcroed
think
on. They're
about
just
doing
hanging
that.
on to Velcro.
Now you just give me an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Is that particle board? What did you use to make it?
That's MDF or
M-
MD
Okay.
MDF. Yep. That's
MDF.
what that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
And it
mean,
looks
if
like
you
looks like
layer up,
you routed the edge. So
I
you know,
sanded it. I just use a sander.
oh
oh
wow.
wow,
Yeah, electric sander, and just kind of sand it. I use like
dang,
really grain, like really thick grit. It was like a 40 grit or something.
Man, you were wearing your arm down.
It actually wasn't that bad. It only took like 5 minutes for each board.
Now you
Oh
see
wow.
why he had the
Yeah.
dumbbells, right?
oh, did
Yeah,
you use an
exactly.
orbital? You use an orbital sander on that? You didn't hand sand that, did you?
Yeah. I use an orbital. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, dude, if you hand sanded that, you ain't no way. I ain't arm wrestling you.
Yeah. You can see
Yeah.
the pad in the background.
Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah, there's the pad in the
Okay.
background.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but still, I mean, to get those, even, right? To look on the 45-degree angle like that, I would have used a router to do that. You know what I mean? Set it up to where I just ran a router that would make it a little bit even. But
Yeah.
hey, if sander worked for you, that's fantastic. Looks like this is the
You know what?
platform that you used.
When
Yeah.
you're in construction, if it's within a quarter inch, it's perfect.
That's
Right?
that's the other thing I was going to ask you, Benny. Because you did all this yourself, right? So,
Mhm.
did you have any prior, um, I guess, employment in construction or any type of using your hands and building and stuff like that prior to you becoming a photographer?
My dad was in construction, so I've
Okay.
been around it
Yep,
most of
that's
my
what
life.
it did. Yep,
Yeah.
same with me. That's what my dad did. So
Yeah.
yeah, even if you've never even picked up a hammer, you just learn stuff.
Right.
Exactly. So I had to raise my
Yeah.
couch up like 3 inches, 4 inches.
Mm. Still looks pretty good though.
So,
Yeah.
how high was the riser that you went with?
12
It was
inches.
like 12 inches. Okay.
I
Yeah.
should have
So the
went
one
16.
I'm doing 2x12s, and I'm putting 2 layers of 3/4 inch. So it'll probably be about 15 inches by the time everything's said and done for me.
Yeah. I went 12 in. Maybe it might be a little higher than 12 because I did do 2 layers of plywood back there too. Or
Okay.
quarter inch. Well, not quarter inch. I did 3/4. I didn't want to just squeak.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So here's some Stephen Smith designs for you guys.
Yep.
Oh, nice. All right.
So yeah, he'll tell you exactly where the speakers, the height, how far they are. I mean, right on the money.
Oh yeah.
That's the sound stuff he gives you. Tells you where to
Okay.
put your panels and where to put the fusions.
Yeah. So he's got the looks like the acoustic the multi shape diffuser panels up there.
Yep.
Yeah, they the ones that are like I think they're like 6 inches thick and they have all different like little sizes that jet out. And I
Yeah.
guess these are some clouds up here, right? 2 clouds.
Yeah. I didn't really use this part of the design he gave me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the last picture in the build section.
Perfect.
Yep. Man, just a phenomenal job that you did here for with this build. I mean, looks fantastic. So the only part that you carpeted the riser, or did you continue throughout?
No, just a riser. I got a carpet in the front, a
Okay.
area rug in the front.
So let's go. Let's go take a look at the finished room now.
Mm, that is beautiful, man.
So what seats did you use for the front?
These are row ones in the front.
Okay.
Row ones.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Me and Jessica actually like those better than a lot of the other brands.
Really?
They
Yeah.
just kind of fit better, I guess. I don't know. It's
Okay.
just,
I kind of fell into it because this guy was selling these, and I wasn't even thinking about getting these, and it just showed up on my Facebook feed. And I was like, "Oh, theater chairs." And he was selling it for I think like 1,800 or something like that for all four of them.
Oh wow.
oh,
So I was like,
there you
and
go.
they still had the price tag. And he never even used them. They were in a room that he was going to make a theater and never used.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you bought them from Don? Oh, sorry.
Right.
Sorry, that was
Minor-
below the belt.
Mine are
My bad,
slightly
my bad.
slightly
Way
a
below
lighter
the
color
belt,
than
man.
those.
So I also got two subwoofers in the back. I got the HSU
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
back there. I got two of those.
Oh, wow. Dang. So
Yeah.
you got the 221s, and you got your HSU subs. Jesus criminy. That's a lot.
Those wall sconces just make the room look really great. What are they called?
The sconces?
Yeah, the lights on the pillar.
I don't remember. They're just little metal bracket type things. And I got the Philips Hue bulbs in them. I could try to find a link for you if you want it.
Yeah, I definitely do. 'Cause
Okay.
I've been looking to
Give him some other link because you don't want him copying what you did.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care.
Give it.
I got this idea probably from someone else anyway.
No,
So,
it's good. I like it. It is really. I understand. It's like,
That
oh
was for
yeah,
you,
I forgot.
Dom.
You're a photographer, so I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. 'Cause, yeah, I've done photography before. Actually, I have a centerfold in Hot Rods magazine. Is my claim to fame for, my best photography.
did you keep your clothes on or off as a centerfold?
Right? Yeah, it
That
wasn't
just
me.
it sounded like an erotic magazine or
It
something.
definitely
man.
wasn't me.
I need to avoid that hot rod magazine.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, literally hot rod,
Oh man! So the couch you went with here, you went. Did you? Where did you? It looks pretty nice, man. What? It looks very comfy. It's nice and wide. Where did you get that from?
That was our old couch we had in our open concept living room. Our idea was actually to just have one row and have that in the front. But
Mhm.
then I saw someone selling these theater chairs, so then I bought the theater chair, and I was like, well, I guess we got to have two rows now. So I put the couch in the back. That
Right.
couch, I think, you got at Rooms to Go. It's like a Cindy Crawford couch
Okay.
from the Cindy Crawford line. It's really comfortable. People love it when they sit on
Yeah,
it.
it looks comfortable. Looks like you
I
can just
am
fall
all
right
about
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the theater chairs in some aspect, but when I'm really just relaxing, I just love the fact that the couches you can just be like sitting up. Next thing you
Yep.
know, you're laying down.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
and I know the good movie you generally, you know, it's you don't, you're not like laying down or anything. You're just like really intense into the movie, but
Yep.
sometimes I start a movie laying down because I'm like, yeah, I want to watch this, but
Yeah.
I'm
No,
trying to.
me and my wife, we used to watch all our stuff. I had like one of these big couches that it was like super wide. We both can lay on, and she would lay on one end, I'd lay on the other, and we watch TV. And I actually missed that because the couch that we purchased, now, it it's kind of hard. I mean, it's leather. It's kind
Yeah.
of hard. It's more for show. I mean, it's not like super hard, but it's not as comfortable as my old couch that I had with like these pillow backs and stuff like you got there. So I bought a couch also. So I'm doing couch and theater seats, just like you did. So, and my
Nice.
my couch matches the theater seats. So, and I actually have a bar too, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough room in the back to put the bar. So, screen distance, front row. How far are you away from the screen?
Probably like I think 10.5 feet.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think Steven called for me to be a little bit closer. I think he wanted me to be like right at 9.9 or something like that. I just felt like I was scared that I was going to be too close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I tell you, I got 150 16 by 9, and I've literally just sat on my coffee table, and even at 16 by 9, I'm like, man, right at about 9 feet feels about right for me
Hmm.
as far as like just being fully enveloped,
Right.
like now I get it. Some people get a little motion sick. I get motion sickness on like VR, some VR games and stuff like that. But as far as watching movies, it is surprising because if you go by the standard that everybody says, 45-degree view of field, you need to move back like 4 more feet.
Right.
Just and I'm like, dude, that's not theater.
Yeah.
Like at least not for me. I don't sit in the back room in a theater either, but so I guess it's all perspective. Again, that is also preference, but
Yep.
that's yeah,
I
you got
love the width that you have here in this room. It doesn't seem cramped. It's nice and
oh,
wide.
not at all. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
What
got so
it?
much room on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
yeah.
And there's still two
And
feet behind that back couch wall.
oh,
Yeah. See,
nice.
I wanted 4 feet, so that's what I'm fighting
Yeah.
with for me. Do I move it
You need to
back? Do I
put
Well,
more
move it?
I just
subs
probably
back
say
there, man. You need to fill that whole back area with sub.
I'll
Yeah.
probably say it's probably 2 feet from the column to the couch, maybe two and a
Yeah.
half from your head to the column. But if you go to the wall, it's probably like 3 feet, 4 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that this like you might not even need to take the because it's such a open area. Um, it's that it's very inviting.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like it's a lot of wasted space,
Yep.
but for people that aren't like, hey, I want to pack this room with theater people, even though they
Yep.
only have like, 2 people every 3 years watching a movie. Whenever you have a space like this, it seems so much more inviting, and like you said, it feels more spacious and way more inviting just because of the way you designed it. You definitely have a design eye. Like, it's
Thank you.
everything that I see. I'm like, yeah, even your sconces that you did, right? I get it because I'm the same. You moved them down like 6 inches, but it
Yep.
just makes a huge difference in visual, how your eyes drawn. So, but I guess since you're a professional at that, it makes sense that I'm noticing everything like that. That I'm like, oh man, he yeah, he's he noticed that, he did that, and I get it. So,
Yeah.
but everything is always, preference as well. But and generally, everything you've done is just it has purpose, and it's it appeals to the masses versus just the damn it, see, now I don't like him again. See big, and then he's got the dang auto masking thing
Got the
because
auto masking right
I
here.
yeah.
had to do it, man.
Yeah.
Before I got the mask in, I refused to watch anything 16:9 content in here.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
now I can close it in and it's all black. I'm fine with it now.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a nice feature to have.
Yeah.
That's 16:9 there. This is
Yeah.
240 is what this is.
Yeah, 240. Yep. 150-inch screen.
I like the fact that you left the wood floor in the front and just
Yeah.
made it because
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
still like, hey, this is still a home, but yeah, it's a dedicated theater, obviously. But it just
I wanted to put carpet, but the wife wouldn't let me. I
So
lost that battle.
man,
so how
she did good.
how
She did
difficult
good.
was it to wrap these panels, this thing
Oh,
in here, the speaker
Oh,
grill that you
man,
did?
very
him and his
easy.
panel.
They stretch so easily. You just staple in the back and just pull on it.
Okay.
The trick is just to
And,
pull really hard so it gets really taut. Yeah.
and these are Velcroed also?
Those are Velcroed onto in place. Yeah. I
Yeah,
Velcroed it
there we
and
go.
stapled it on. There it goes.
Man, this is beautiful. All right, let's take a look at the big boy. What do we got going on here?
NZ8.
JVC NC8, the
Oh,
RS3100 with chief mount. Is that what that is?
Yep.
It's got the adjustable dials.
Oh, that made it so much easier to install. I
see,
didn't have that in my last
Chief
my
Mount
last
does not have
project.
that. I'm jealous of that.
Yeah. It is
Dang.
definitely
Yeah.
worth the money.
Yeah, those things
Oh,
give you the micro adjustments that highly
Yeah.
recommended to get the chief mount. I see
Yeah.
you kept the feet on too, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to lose them yet.
He probably forgot about that one.
Totally. You see, I don't even have the cover on the chief mount yet.
Yeah. That's the wide there, correct?
Yep.
nice.
That's more of a daylight picture there. No, I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah. Even then,
I
it
love.
looks
Yeah.
really looks good. Like I can tell he's a designer or photographer designer.
Yeah.
That little putting the chairs just a little bit over the rug, right? There's different scenarios where you have it in the middle and where you actually have the chair on the just a little bit over the rug.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, that looks great.
I actually had to because I needed the rug to hit the front of the
Yeah.
screen.
Oh, so it's pure incidental. You're like, I did that.
Yeah.
Hey,
And also
sometimes
with it being
there's
wooden floor too, it might slide. So it's good
there's
to
no
just
mistakes. It's happy little accidents.
I like the wood, like Paul said too. I like the wood floor too. The different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really looks good. I mean, it really makes the room. Again, it breaks it up and makes it look inviting and like a space as opposed
Yeah.
to just, oh, hey, this is your quiet, recording room or whatever.
Yeah.
So quickly, let's talk about. I know we started this conversation on Facebook. Let's talk about your remote because that picture just made me see that and remember.
Oh,
The remote that you control the
I
theater
just
with.
got that a couple weeks ago. I got the Ava remote.
Yeah, the Aver. How you
Yeah,
liking it? Because I know on Facebook you had mentioned that everything had to be done on the remote itself.
yeah. You got to program it on the remote.
Wow.
And, and one of the cons is the keyboard's really small, so when you type in things on the remote, it's a little challenging.
And
But
you're not able to sync it with Harmony Remote, right? Because I think the
no,
unfolded circle that is coming out, I think it allows you. You might be able to do like if you already have a Harmony Remote in your system, it's able to
mhm,
pull that same data.
really,
Yeah, I think it's the unfolded, or there's another remote that I was taking a look at
it
where
might
you,
be. But you got to watch. You know, the trick was even with this remote that if you go on the website, it says it's Philips Hue compatible. It's this and it's compatible with these apps, but you got to download the app
yeah.
and use the app on the remote. So you got to swipe, kind of almost like close out an app or slide to the
So
side,
it's
go
almost
to
like
another
using
app to use it. So
almost
it's
like
not like
using a
integrated
tablet.
into the remote itself.
So almost like using a tablet, right? You have all the
Pretty much,
individual apps.
right? But
Mm.
it's definitely better than my Harmony remote. I would say that.
Yeah. So yeah. So they were talking about this on the 24-hour show. I
Uh-huh.
think there is a way to integrate everything, but like you said, you can also run anything that Android can run. You can run except for Control
Yes.
4.
Right.
The only thing that because Control 4 and Ava are having a little conflict right now. So,
Right.
but yeah, no, I believe that there are, you know, I'm not a remote person, so I don't know, but I believe there's codes and stuff like that that you can use to set everything up to where you don't have to do the app. I haven't had it yet, but from according to what the person was saying, that you can get everything integrated. Um, uh, I know there's. Did you get the brain along with it too, or you just got the
Yeah, I
remote?
got the brain. Yep.
Okay. So I believe he said there was a way to integrate everything. I could be incorrect on that, but
If you have right now, I have Home Assistant installed, so all my lighting is controlled through Home Assistant. So I'm able to do what you call is a webhook, where
Yeah,
you just kind of type in a URL and it automatically do an activation, like turn off a light, turn on a light.
yeah.
I was able to add those buttons onto the remote. But if you want to use the app, like the Philips Hue app on the remote, and say if I'm on Apple TV and I'm watching Apple TV, I need to slide to the side or kind of scroll, almost like your iPhone. You kind of swipe up and slide to the side, and open up your Philips Hue
Yeah.
lighting control. Then you can turn the lights on. It's not like right on the same screen you can turn your lights off. If that makes sense. Did I lose you?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, no. Hey, kitchen looks awesome too, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see, so my theater's right off my kitchen. So that front room you see in there, that was used to be our like entry living room. Now that's
Hmm.
our main living room, and the theater room used to be our, I guess, great family room. I guess you want to say. So we
Right.
just closed off that room.
Beautiful house.
Thanks.
And this is just under the. Is there was that steps that I saw there? Do you have a second story?
Yeah, it's right underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
So that's the bathroom. Go back one. So that door right there is a bathroom. Then
Okay.
on the other side of the bathroom is like a little hallway going to the garage, and underneath the stairs is where the equipment is. So I had to run everything through the seal and into that room in there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing that I had to do too. I had to go across the whole dining room down into the closet underneath of the stairs too. So I have my stairs to the if you're thinking right to left, I have my stairs, then I have a
Hmm.
dining room, then I have the theater room. So yeah, I had to cross over that just kind of just like you had to.
Yeah, but
So let's go
I
through
have
some.
2 stories, so I had to go through a subfloor.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So let's go through some equipment here.
Yep.
We got the AV10 down
Yep.
here on the bottom.
I think there's a closer up picture there somewhere.
Okay. Let's see if
I
we can get in
think
closer.
Maybe not. I don't know. There we go.
All
So
right,
that's
so
the
this is
top
the
of the rack.
that's the top of the rack. So we got the kaleidoscapes. Which one did you do? This is
The C.
the C, and which server did you get? 8 or 824?
Yeah, I got an 8. I got an 8.
Okay, and
Yep.
then you got a Lumigen there.
Yep.
That's the 4 Radiance Pro
Yep.
4242, same exact one that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Panasonic UB820. Is that?
It's not even hooked up anymore, I don't think.
I'm looking here on your list, so I'm looking for that on here. Yeah, they're
But it's
down
it's
here.
right there. You pointing to it. Yep.
Yep. All right, and then Apple TV covered up here.
Yep. Home Assistant's right next to it.
Home Assistant. You
Yeah.
got the Behringer down here.
Yep. I think you go to the next one and go. Oh, that's the power. Try one. Go over one more. Over one more.
After the power.
Yeah.
There we go.
I thought I had a close-up picture of the bottom. Maybe not.
So this is your network here.
Yeah. Yep. I got everything hard lined. That's probably a better picture.
Yeah. Got the Panamax up top for the line conditioner.
Yep.
Battery backup, APC, excuse me. There we go. There's some bottoms. What are those amps there?
Those are Buckeyes.
Buckeye amps. Okay.
Yeah, I have 3.
3 Buckeye amps. Okay.
Yeah. I got an 8 channel, then I got a 6 channel, then I got a 2 channel.
Yeah, I did mine kind of weird too. I wish I wouldn't have done it that way.
Yeah.
I did a 7. I did it for resale value, right? I did a 7, a 5, and a 3,
Mm-hmm.
right? I should have did it to where, because I have 6 Atmos channels.
Yeah.
So I should have did it to where I can shut my whole Atmos off at one time. So I wanted to do an 8,
okay.
a 6, and a 3. You know what I mean? So that way
Yeah.
I could just power down the amp. Right,
Turn
exactly.
off your mains and just have your Atmos running. Yep.
Correct. Yeah, so that I can see exactly what's going on with with the Atmos and what's not. So when I thought about the Buckeye, so I have the Emotiva. So when I do sell it, I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing it that way. But just I wish I would have done it that way. But I thought about for resale value that somebody's going to buy a 7, and a 5 and a 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More than an 8 and a 6. So
Yeah. It's my Home Assistant page.
See, this is something that I haven't gotten into yet. This whole Home Assistant stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a PC running for it, but I just gave up, man. I put in a few, and I just gave up. It's like back to my habit.
So this is why I got Home Assistant. You see that keyboard right there? If I click on that Apple TV keyboard, it turns everything on in the room, turns the lights on, turns the projector on, turns all the components on before I even walk into the room.
That's awesome.
Yeah, then I got one for Kaleidoscape, then I got one just for the lights only.
Yeah, I'm going with Control 4.
Michael asks, what cooling do you have in your data rack? Or
I don't have any coolant in there yet. Before I had the open concept, I always felt the amps and they didn't feel that hot. It's not really that hot in that closet.
You don't have a closed door on it either, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yep. See, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So that's why.
So they have the Kaleidoscape logo and stuff already on there for the Home Assistant.
Well, I downloaded the logo and put it in there.
You can add it.
Oh, okay.
Now, actually, I didn't program on my Home Assistant. I had a guy in Pakistan do program my Home Assistant.
Oh, how did he do it?
Unless I'm just gonna say right now, unless you get someone to send me the product, no, I'm not gonna help you program your Home Assistant.
Yeah, how did he do it? How did he do it remotely though?
On Home Assistant, there's a remote login place
Oh, for
so
real?
people can do it.
So
Yeah,
basically, you just connect everything to your network,
Yeah,
and then
that's like
he can
Control 4
remote.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can
it's
remote and see everything
yeah,
on your network and work on it.
that's
right,
part of why a
exactly.
lot of that's more costly is because of the support ability, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that, Betty, offline.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have a PC sitting here running Home Assistant, but
Mhm.
I started and I was like, you know what, screw this. I just gave up.
Yeah. I would just go and get one of those Home Assistant greens. They're like, I don't know, $100, man. You don't have to run a whole PC. Just run that.
No, I had the PC already, so it was just
Oh,
a repurposed machine.
okay.
There was no point. Yeah.
Oh man, I like. Damn, is this your living room setup or?
This used to be the living room. Now it's the theater room.
Oh, okay. I was like, shoot, I
Yeah.
like this too. You did really good. Yeah. Okay.
So
Yep.
you can see I had that big drop down screen in the front. So that was a
Yep.
120 inch that dropped down in front of the 85-inch
Yep.
TV.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I did. I was only yeah. I had the 120-inch drop down in front of my LG OLED that I had, and yep. It was literally. I got a little closer than I thought I did. I was literally a quarter inch from the front of the TV screen whenever I
Oh,
would drop
wow.
it down. I was like, oh, like you can't get more precise than that. So I did the exact same. I was like, damn. But yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, it's very, yeah, you wouldn't even know. Like you walk in here, yeah, you see a lot of equipment, but not really because the way you have things broke up, it's not the speakers don't call attention to themselves. You have so much more art and
Hmm.
textiles and colors
Yeah.
that flow with each other that it just looks like a regular space. And
Yeah.
then obviously I'm sure whenever people even in this room, whenever people sat down and you turned on the system, they were probably like, "Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see two subs." What two subs do you have up there?
I think those are the clips like 12 inches.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, people would be surprised. You know how
Yeah.
any. And we were gonna do this before you joined. We were gonna start discussing like builds and all this stuff, and
Hmm.
a lot of people are, you know, oh, you got to get down to 5 hertz. And okay, yeah, that's fun, that's enjoyable, that's a different experience. But in reality, most people don't want to listen to theater volumes. They want to listen at regular 60 dB, 70 dB,
Yeah.
and in order to enjoy bass, even if it only goes down to 30 hertz. Because I know some people are like, oh, why do they sell these subwoofers that are 30 hertz? Well, because again, with our hearing, the way that we don't hear it evenly until it gets, that's why there's the 85 or 80 dB, whatever reference level. Everybody changes their mind on what it actually is. Um, where you hear even sounds from your human hearing range.
Yeah.
Um, if you even have the ability to raise the dB level of your 30 hertz to 100 hertz at 60 dB because of subwoofers, it just makes everything sound more enveloping and louder and impactful even at lower volumes. And then
Yeah.
of course we, as we are the home theater enthusiasts, we end up getting you know, 5, 6, 18 subwoofers, 10,000 watts, but um, that's your living room setup. Even with that was, I guarantee you people were impressed with
Yeah.
the audio just because of the ability of you being able to bump up your lower end frequencies at lower volumes as opposed to just you know concert stage volumes with which most
So,
people.
so go back to the living room, the old living room sets.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, click on that one right there. You can go. Yeah, go back to the beginning. So that's my old living room set. You can scroll through now. Next one more over. That's the same living room, but that was my first theater setup. I
Okay.
think that's an Epson projector back there, like probably the 50/50.
50/50, 50/40, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yep. But I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Same thing. Yep.
And there's probably more people in this spot right here hanging
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's
Yep.
where that's what I'm like. I don't care if your theater's $5 million if only one person sits in it. What's the
Yep.
point?
Yep.
So this
That
is
is
this is the same room, or is this a different house?
No, that's the same room, same house.
Yeah. So
That's
from that picture to this picture, it definitely looks a lot um
yeah. We
brighter.
remodeled
You
the house, the kitchen, so it got really a lot brighter too. Yep.
wow. Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
think I
looks
had
nice.
that was probably I think the Sony 5000 up there before I got the
Yeah, it
JVC.
looks awesome, man. I mean, you did a fantastic job. Did a fantastic job on the build. I love seeing all the
Wait,
build.
wait, wait. Go back to that picture on the left right now.
This one?
Yep, that one. All right. So you got okay. So that's your security camera. Is that your coffee bar?
Yeah, that's the coffee bar. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now I was like, wait a minute. It's like you got a TV
Yeah.
over there. I'm assuming that's okay. Well, I'm a espresso snob too, so
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
I
he's
don't
got a
drink much
coffee
coffee,
bar.
but my wife does.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife. We have a little coffee station set up like that. Also, she's
Yeah.
Yeah.
she she's a Starbucks snob, but she's got her little coffee station. Nothing too fancy. She's just got a Keurig, but she's got that and some other stuff.
Yeah,
But
I'm like doing latte art and all kinds of stuff now. I went full like I'm measuring my beans in the morning. It's like home theater, Once you get into it, you're just like you keep growing, and you're like, God dang, man.
gosh,
It's
can you keep your beans to yourself, please?
yeah,
Keep us.
exactly. It's like, man, it takes me 5 minutes to pour a coffee in the
I
morning.
think there's a video of the aspect ratio or the screen.
The screen. Okay, let me go
Yeah.
back to
None of the
that.
videos have music or sound, so you're fine.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering if what it.
Oh, okay. Yep. I was wondering. I like that title photo that you had, and I think I saw it in the list down below.
Oh yeah, I can see it going now.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. Put the lights on when I did that.
No, I mean, so is that done through your Kaleidoscape?
Not yet. There's a module I need to buy for that to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I am gonna do that though, because if with the module, it'll automatically detect the aspect ratio and it'll close for you.
Right.
You have to once you get it, you need to set up the different points for 2.35 or the 16:9, the 2.40. Then it'll automatically start setting it for you when it detects it.
Yeah, because I think the that's all done with the with Control 4. I think it's already set up. I don't think I need a separate module for that with the Control 4. I think it's already detecting that from what the Kaleidoscape is sending. So the
Yeah, from
module you're
Kaleidoscape.
speaking of, yeah,
But you
the
still need a
module.
module from Seymour, I think, for the Seymour to detect it.
Okay.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have the masking screen. I know that Chuck Seabig has one.
Mhm.
I don't know if
Yep.
he's got it set up to where it's automatic or not, but I know he has some push button, some buttons that he, on a remote that he can get it, get to the aspect ratio.
Right, right.
Let's see here. Well, my Ravens just gave up a touchdown with 30 seconds left to to tie it up. They're looking at and now they're going for 2 points for the win. So they're either winning or they're losing, one or the other here. So
Yep.
let's see.
Yeah, I really like the.
Man,
So
this is
obviously, blue is your favorite color, from what I'm gathering so far.
I
Yeah,
think that blue looks the best in any type of LED.
It looks good.
It really does.
yeah.
It does look good. It does look good.
Yeah, my that's hence the reason why the background is blue for me too, right? So and when I just think that the blue LEDs look the best
Yeah.
all around. So you definitely did a fantastic job on this, Benny. I appreciate you coming on and joining us this evening
I
to
love the photos. I can definitely tell on some of the angles and some of the shots that you took. I'm like, okay, yeah. It's annoying because you're always looking through the lens and you're like, oh yeah, this looks great, and then you're like, God dang it, no, I should have done this. It feels a little off.
Yeah.
But you definitely still nailed it, because looking through your like, I think whenever you were showing your overall um, collage of the finished product, I was like, ooh, that one looks great. And then Don scrolled up. It's like, oh, yep, that's your cover photo. I was like, I instantly like, oh, that one looks amazing. Oh, okay, yeah, you knew it. I was like, dude, that just looks. It's hard to get that aspect, with photography. It's, like, especially whenever I used to do like snowboarding and stuff like that, trying to take pictures and try to give. You're trying to take a picture of, like, look at how steep this is. You take a picture of it and it looks like it's a flat surface, and you're like, no, this is like a 45-degree angle I'm jumping off of, and unless you're there, you just have no idea. But yeah, I love your photography work in
Thanks.
your theater as well. It looks amazing.
Now I did put up panels underneath in front of the screen.
so you got clouds up
Like
here,
glare, so you don't see that much glare no more.
right? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So what are you using now, Benny? Are you using your phone? I was going
Oh.
to say, are you able to show that? Can you go to full screen with him?
Yeah, let me do that. Let me switch and then go full screen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Wait, this way.
Just reduce the reflection.
Yeah, there's 1 inch installation in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you did a
That's
little,
cool.
did cloud, what's it? One, I can see four different, maybe five panels, right?
That's fine.
Five, yeah. I think I might go one more and go all the way.
Okay.
Sides.
And when you did your paint, do you know if it was eggshell? Do you know what the finish was on that?
Eggshell.
Eggshell. Okay.
I didn't want to go matte because I heard people have problems with fingerprints on matte.
Right.
So in the middle.
Yep.
So are you able just to do what are you using now to is this just a phone on a gimbal or just
Oh, I
like
can put my phone. You want me to switch to a phone to walk around?
yeah, if you could just give us a live tour of what we got here,
All right, I'm gonna close this one out and connect on my phone.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Man,
Man, I really like his setup, and yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely tell with his photos and his design. I was like, okay, he definitely is very artistic, and probably very good at engineering, because that's for several years, I was going to be like a design artist, and when I started looking at careers and all this other stuff, I'm like, engineering pays more generally.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a lot more starving artists than there are starving engineers.
That I
But
agree with.
I enjoy the art stuff more than I do the engineering, you know. So, but yeah, I can definitely tell he definitely is good at his craft, you know.
Yeah, he did. He did a fantastic job. So I'm just going to go through some of his equipment again. For a projector, he's got the JVC NZ8. For a processor, he's using the Marantz AV10 with the Buckeye amps to power the channels. He has a Lumagen processor, 4242. Kaleidoscape Strato C with 8 terabyte storage. Panasonic UB820 as a disc player. Apple TV 4K. For a screen, it's a Seymour acoustic transparent screen that's 151 inch, basically 152 inch diagonal. It's got the motorized masking on it. Philips Hue lights for overhead and sconces, and Govee lights for the strips. For his speakers, he's got the Ascendo LCR, the tens. The side surrounds are also the tens. The rear surrounds are the tens, and then the front wide speakers are the Ascendo 6 wedges. With the Atmos, he's also using 4 Atmos channels, which are the 6 wedges also. For his subwoofers, he's using GSG, the BTS ported 21 inch subwoofer. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's
Lavosho.
Lavoche. But it's
Lavoche.
yeah, Lavoche, and then he's got the Behringer NX 6000 pushing that. For rear subs, he's got 2 HSU 15s, and also running a mini DSP. The size of the room, 21 feet by 17.6. So room paint color is Sherwin-Williams dark ash for the walls and ceiling, and stone masonry gray for the trim.
So Benny, I think we just lost your video. It's all black.
Hold,
I
yeah,
think
hold
it's
on one second. I'm trying to fix it. I had the camera backwards.
Oh, okay.
And then we got the Acoustimac for a fabric panel, the DMD black and DMD charcoal. Thanks for providing that, Benny. That's fantastic for that list of equipment that we got there. Now we got them live, so you can just do a live pan. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, man, that's just gorgeous.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I was debating whether or not to do hardwood, in the room too.
My honest opinion, like unadulterated, is, go visually or aesthetically pleasing over
Right.
everything. I mean, it's just when you walk in and look at it, or you're passing by, or people come by, everyone notices that first. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not saying sacrifice to where, hey, you got your, left front and your right rear wired backwards. I'm not saying, that. I'm not saying sacrifice like that level of audio, but we are in such a niche market that it just for the general purpose person, it's like, yeah, don't sweat it with all of the people saying, oh, you need this, you need that, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you have the money, buy things that make it quicker and easier for you, you know. But if you don't, and you have the time and the, and the drive to do it other ways, but not to the bragging rights scenario, just go for it, because you're gonna enjoy it, especially if it's aesthetically amazing. People won't even know that, oh, you don't go down to 20 hertz. I'm telling you right now, you'll have more people coming over if it's more inviting.
Oh yeah, definitely. So the blues in the chat, blues in the chairs and the I guess the Govee strips, they match up exactly perfectly too. It seems like
Yeah, yeah.
Johnny, he's asking what
Now,
size of the shoe subs you have in the rear. I think those are the 15s, right?
15 inch.
Yeah, they only have
yeah,
the
15 inch. Yeah, they're the older 15s. Yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah.
So how long have you been? How long has the room been completed for, Benny?
I probably finished it right after M-Wave. So
Okay.
maybe, I don't know, 4 months, 3 months.
So if you had to if you had to do anything over again, what would you say that you would have done differently?
Ooh, I would have built the riser taller for sure. What else would I have done differently?
yeah,
I might have doubled.
lessons learned. Yeah, because okay, that maybe that's the question that you should ask. What was it in this scenario? Lessons learned, and yeah, that makes sense. Like you said, the sinking into the couch, you're like, oh, I did all this math, I did all this stuff perfect, and then,
Yeah,
oh shoot, you sink in the couch 5 inches. Like, crap, I'm still
exactly.
looking at the back of the guy's head. Yeah, that's one of those things. That's an experience thing for sure, right? That you wouldn't
Yep.
even know to ask. I don't know that I would think about that. Like, oh, when I sit in here, how deep do I sink into the piece of furniture I get? Because
Exactly.
every piece of furniture is different. Some of them
Yep.
you sit on and you're like, funk, ow, you know. So, wow.
Anything
That's
else differently that you may have done differently?
I might have, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I wanted to do double drywall on the ceiling and on the walls, but if I sold the house because it's an open concept, getting the double drywall off the ceiling might be and making it match with the kitchen again. I don't think that'd be doable, but that's something I would have wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, if your
But
goal's not to soundproof the room, though, it doesn't make sense, right?
yeah,
If you
yeah.
weren't
yeah,
worried about sound leakage, it really doesn't make sense for you. You know what I mean? Because for me, I want to be able to watch I have a 5-year-old. I want to be able to watch the theater while he's sleeping, right? Because
yeah,
obviously we're going to watch rated R movies and stuff like that. So we can't watch those type of movies while he's up, until he gets much older. So, you know,
yeah,
I wanted it to be to where I can, try to contain the sound as much as I can. And plus I don't know about you, but my neighbors are like 10 feet apart. So, I got like maybe 15 feet between each side of the houses. Right. So I wanted to try to
yeah.
contain the sound inside too. So that's why I did the double drywall green glue. If you'd have tried to do double drywall and green glue and all that on the ceiling, you'd have been pulling both. You'd have been pulling the whole ceiling down again.
Yeah, yeah,
The whole
exactly.
not you wouldn't have been pulling just one down because that green glue it never really dries. It stays rubbery and sticky, so that it doesn't resonate and that it allows that air gap between the two pieces of drywall. Hey man, I love the touches of those grills that you made there. Absolutely did a fantastic job. So on the bottom panels in the squares, right, with your lights there, it's
Hmm.
basically just one light facing down, right?
Exactly. Then I drilled holes into the columns, and so the light just kind of continues through the column to the other side.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is amazing. Super
I don't know if you
simplistic,
can.
you know. Yep,
Yep.
we see the lights. Yep.
Oh, you didn't even do
Yeah.
any you didn't even try to do any diffusion or anything.
No, I
Oh,
thought I was going to have to. I
it's
thought I was going to see it, but you can't
yeah,
see
it's
it
deep enough where you didn't have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
exactly.
yep.
And my columns, I didn't go all the way to the ceiling, but with the when you're back here, the shadow of it, you can't tell. I was
No,
going
I
to do
mean,
some trim work, but I don't think I need to.
yeah, I mean, if anything, you could do maybe a little crown molding up there and just hide that. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep,
Or just even some square molding because you got all squares, basically in here.
yeah,
Some 1x4 square molding and just butt it up against the ceiling. Problem with that is the ceiling is probably not going to be level too. You know what I mean? So you'll have to play
exactly.
with that.
Yep,
The crown molding is a pain in the ass because of the ceiling is never level, and your walls are never level. So it's no matter how well you tried to build them, you think they're level, and then you go back and then you're like, damn, this is off level by a quarter of or an eighth of an inch or something like that, because the wood dries out and everything else from the time that you originally built it. Yeah, man, that looks like near field sub heaven right back there, like Paul said. Get you a couple
right.
JTR sofa. What are they? The sofa tables. Throw them back there.
Oh, that's not JTR. That's uh what
HSU.
no, I'm talking about
Oh,
the coffee table ones are the
They're
oh,
JTRs.
no, what's the company that made the aluminum? God, I'm horrible at memory. That made the aluminum subwoofer.
You
They
talking about
make
Mariana?
no Deep Sea Sound. Is it Deep
Yeah,
Sea
Deep Sea
Sound?
Sound, the Marianas. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. They probably would make a custom like straight up to where you could set like drinks and stuff on the back of that
Yep.
couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh no! I think I got 3 feet back here
Yeah.
from this pillar to
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah,
It's three
you
feet.
got it. Yeah, that's walking room right there.
Hmm.
Definitely three
Yeah,
feet between where the sound panel is.
yep.
Probably 2 3/4 there. But yeah, that's a walkway. That's a doorway with. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, oh yeah, I'm glad you're back here. I was gonna ask you to go back here and just because that's how you get a real good perspective of the room, And it's
Yep.
big. Yeah, that's nice. That's
So you
nice,
have
man.
you have the front row set up as the MLP, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I got 4 seats just like that too. I think I'm going to do my theater seating. I don't know because I want to do a bar. So I'm thinking to put the theater seating up front, but I have one of my
Hmm.
couch has like one of those long chase lounges on one side that I bought.
Yep.
So I don't know if I wouldn't be able to use the chase lounge, but and the ottoman that I bought for it. But
How how long is your room?
same 21 and a half.
Is that with the wall or without the wall?
Yeah. So
Your
without
front
the
wall.
wall, it's 23. Without the wall, it's 23 and a half. And then I
Okay.
put the false wall up as 21 and a half.
Yeah, I think you'd probably be able to do it then if you move if your front row is like at 9 feet, 9.5 feet,
Yep.
Yep.
then yeah, you should be able to. Because then you can move this up another 3 feet. You can put a
Yeah.
bar back here for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some
Yep.
stools or something,
Yep.
or
Yeah,
yeah.
it came with the stools. It's super nice. It matches my the everything matches. It's like a light cream color.
Man,
So
I'm
I
gonna have to like install hardwood now. Just I like I'm like, man, now I'm gonna be installing hardwood. It's like,
dude, I before I moved out of my other house, we installed hard there was a thin like 4 inch hardwood, and it was like a rose it was like a rosewood
Michael
color.
knows me. It's like I don't even need a row. I just need a giant bar, like a big circular bar. Like, oh, what? No one's gonna be sitting. Like, get out of here, man. Yep, there you go. That's
Yeah, that's
nice.
awesome.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really nice, man. So besides the riser, anything else that you could think of that you might have done a little bit differently?
Probably not.
Yeah, I
Now, what is your next upgrade that you're looking at?
The train off.
is his wife watching this? You might get him in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry. Sorry, it's a breakup. We're having
it's
technical
probably definitely
difficulties.
the module for the auto masking.
Okay.
That's definitely yeah. I'm probably just gonna order that tomorrow. To be honest with
Yeah,
you, instead of
you can
sit
get
down
it
and do
on
it.
you can get it on Temu for $20. So
Gotcha.
the wife
Okay.
doesn't have to worry about the price. It's on Temu for $20, I think.
Yeah. Timu, 20
Yeah.
bucks. There you go. That makes sense though. Yeah. I mean, with all
And
that,
the
yeah, it's one of
Lumigen,
those
have you done
things.
the recent updates to the Lumigen?
I have not. I'm always scared to do the updates.
No, you got to do them, man. The Lumigen's passing Dolby Vision now. It's
Is it?
also it's turning Dolby Vision in the Rec 2020, so it's passing
Mm,
Dolby Vision.
Oh,
It's also doing variable masking, so it will move the your masking as the movie's going along.
yep.
So yeah, no, it's you definitely need to do the upgrade with that. All it is just a thumb drive, so it's not very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done it before when because I called Chris Deeren and he actually when I got the new projector he sent me the file. I had to do the update to get the projector kind of not really a full calibration, but you kind of get a manual or I don't
Remote,
know what you want to call yeah a remote calibration kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So did you have the projector professionally calibrated?
No,
Okay, but the
no.
Lumigen he gave you
He
the
he gave
file
he
for the
gave me a
Lumigen.
file and gave me some recommendations what to put it at, but I
Okay,
haven't had it professionally calibrated. I had him here with my old projector when he did a tour in Florida. I had him come to the house and dial that one in.
so so you're using it. So if you're I got a question for you though. So if you're
Mm,
using the two side surrounds because you got the AV10, so that's 15 channels plus the subwoofers, right? So
yep.
since you're pairing up the side subwoofers,
Hmm.
excuse me, not the side subwoofers, the side surrounds. Since you're pairing those up, you're basically daisy chaining them, right? So they're running in series. Um, you still technically have
They have
two extra.
they still use an extra channel on my amp.
Okay, so you hooked
So
it. You didn't just Y them or split them. You actually connected them to
no,
the
I
amp.
wide from the AV10 to the two inputs of the amp.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking with the AV10, you could actually do if you wanted to. I'm not saying you have to. You could actually do 6 Atmos and run those two speakers in series, and that way you wouldn't use those two channels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
well, he wide them. He
Yeah.
wide split.
I keep hearing mixed reviews about having 6 channels versus 4 channels.
Right.
Sometimes on some mixes, you lose some information because it kind of skips over.
You're correct.
You know. So I just thought it'd be more beneficial to use the wides because then when I upmix music, it always uses the wides.
Right. Yeah. No. Definitely. Yeah. Shane Lee he's got the Trent off and it's got the Atmos tracker on it. And he shows a lot of times that when you're running 6 wides at exactly what you said, they'll use the two middle ones versus the front and back on some
Right.
of the mixes. So yeah, I
Yep.
know exactly what you're speaking about. Speaking of that, uh, next week Shane Lee's tour coming to the channel.
Oh, nice.
yep.
Nice.
So,
So
so Johnny asked a question here. He's asking, so what size Kscape do you have? You said 8 terabytes.
Yep.
Yeah, I
How
got the 8.
many
Yep.
how many movies do you have on your Kscape versus how many movies do you own on Kscape? Have you maxed out your uh Kscape already?
No, no. I think
You're
I
lucky.
own 70 or 80 movies. I don't have them all downloaded, but I have a majority of them downloaded. I think you can get 100 on there. I think.
So the 6 terabyte would do about 100. So you're probably getting maybe what's that? Let's see, 6.
120 or something like that, roughly. With
Probably,
eight.
yeah.
Yeah. Still. But you can own more than what you can have
So you
downloaded.
can probably get about
Oh
30
yeah.
more, about 130 movies on there. On the 8 terabyte.
Yeah. It's a good question, though. I mean, because
Yeah,
people know. But, the answer is, you can, especially if you have higher internet, speeds, you can usually download a movie pretty quick, by the time you make popcorn, whatever movie you want to
Yeah.
watch.
10, 15 minutes. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Even at 500 gig, you're only, download speed anyways. Yeah.
So Margaret Wood says, "Hi guys, I'm on a tight budget. So which projector would you recommend between the D-Box 2 and the X Jimmy Horizon Ultra? Not looking at a bulb. Why I've been looking at um, Dangby and X Jimmy down the line for go for better. I've not heard of the Dangby or the D-Box. I've heard good reviews about the X Jimmy. I've not experienced myself. Ike, do you have any
No, that
experience
was
with
the
X Jimmy?
same response I gave. I've only seen reviews of the X Jimmy, and they seem to be, relatively good reviews. The Dangby, I've not really followed much about it. So
There's another
give,
one that just
yeah.
came out too that starts with a V. That's supposed to be pretty good. Giles did a review, and so did Shane Lee
Oh,
on
okay.
on this channel. Let me see if I can find that
Oh,
real
hey,
quick.
that's a nice remote. Now, which remote is that?
It's the Ava.
The Ava.
Oh, the Ava. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got the.
yeah, the Valerian. That's the
Yes,
projector you're talking about. Thanks,
yeah,
Kyle.
yeah, and they're
Yeah,
saying that was that they're saying that's a darn good projector for the price.
yeah. It's one of those things where you can tell they're spending a lot of money on marketing. So that always makes me leery, when every single reviewer is out there. It might be amazing, you know what I mean? Like they might, that's the catch 22, right? When you have a really good product that'll sell, billions of products. Like you have the, whatever, the Apple friggin' iPod that no one thought was a thing, right? They marketed the hell out of it, and that made that company, right? Something as silly as, you know, just a simpler, easier audio interface for portable audio, right? Um,
Yeah, does
but
anyone in the
you know,
chat have any more questions for Benny? Sorry to cut you off, Paul. I just don't want to
yeah,
keep
no,
Benny
no problem.
standing. You can go on. I just didn't want to keep him standing holding the camera if there were no
I'll do a
questions for
bright
him.
room shot first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It looks good, fully lit. It.
Yep.
Which one are you referring to, Big Jack, the Valerian or the X Jimmy? What projector are you referring to that was
The
reviewed?
YouTube review. See, that's the thing, though. You got to be very careful about every YouTuber because, let's face it, a lot of them are just. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to. You don't know who's being business wise versus consumer friendly,
I think
and there's a
there's
fun. There's a
some that
fun.
people that you can trust. Like, I mean, look, I've seen Shane Lee give some reviews about stuff. Even I listened to his movies with Kaleidoscape on there, and he's reviewing movies with the Kaleidoscape guys on his channel, and he's saying, this isn't good, this isn't good. He's not afraid to say what's good and what's not. So,
Oh,
you know, you'll see that if you don't watch him. He's definitely not afraid
Yeah,
to
I
say,
used to watch him a lot. I haven't watched him recently.
yeah.
Uh,
So I mean, and there's other people that that have compared it, are doing actual comparisons to their other
Gotcha.
projectors, So, well, like you said, you just got to try it out for yourself. I think the biggest negative of that projector was just the way that it mounts. It's kind of weird
uh,
after Benny gets
yeah.
done showing his beautiful theater here, which I could look at all night. Um,
Oh,
I'll
Yeah,
pop
I'll
it
jump
up
back
on
in the
the
really.
screen.
computer.
Man, this thing is gorgeous. I really appreciate you so much, Benny, for sharing this experience with us, sharing your build. Your the whole process. The build, the pictures just took us through the build completely, and that's something that I think that is just not shown enough. On YouTube or, you know, I know you can go to AVS forum and see like whole theater builds, but not with anybody talking about it, right? So you just have to assume a bunch of stuff. So definitely appreciate you sharing, your theater with us. It's phenomenal. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. It looks like one quick question. Do you have a separate AC unit for the room, or are you just using the same central you had now that you've closed up the room?
Right
Like
now,
it's
all I have is just one unit. It's
okay.
funny. I just had a guy come in give me a quote for the mini split today. They wanted 5 grand. I'm just like, ugh,
Ah man. Yeah.
yeah,
That's not
Is
too
that
bad.
exterior? Is that wall? Do you have any exterior walls there? What any of your walls are?
yeah. That wall right there is exterior. That whole wall.
Okay.
That's probably
Yeah.
the only place I can put it. Only problem is, sorry for the bounciness. My gimbal died on me.
You're
As soon as
good,
you
man.
walk in the room, that's the wall you see. So I have to mount it there.
Yeah. We
And it's like, oh, do
they have one called like Mr. Cool, that you
mm-hmm,
can. It's kind of like a DIY type of thing. I've
mm-hmm.
been looking at them too. I think you could probably get one for like $1,200, $1,300. Look for the DIY mini splits. All you got to do
Okay,
is pump, go through the wall. You're in Florida, so it's probably brick and block, right?
block, yeah,
Yeah. So you'll just have to get a special um, concrete
bit
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 that'll go
for it, yeah,
through it, the decent size to run the wires through. But from what I see, they're just plug and go. You just need to make sure that you got the breaker and stuff outside for it.
right,
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's tough, but I get it. Yeah, you'd have to. You can always take the cover of those mini splits off, and then do some light sanding and primer, and do a paint coat match on it. I mean, yeah, it's still going to
yeah,
be an object for sure in the
yeah.
room.
I've
Um,
seen some that are black.
yeah,
Black wouldn't be bad up there.
yeah, do you feel that the room's getting too hot because of the projector?
Yeah, when you get like 4 or 5 people in here, it gets a little warm, and I have to pretty much run the AC almost the whole time to keep it cool in here. When it's
well,
Yeah.
freezing out
What
there, then it's kind of
in my main great room, that's what happens when I get about 10, 12 people. It doesn't matter how
yep,
many. Body heat, man. You'd be
yeah,
surprised how how
yep,
much heat gets generated from just people. It's because yeah, I'll be totally fine, and then I'll have guests over, and once I get it about, I would almost say like 7 or 8 deep. It's like, oh man, like it's hot in
So
here.
just so you know, how much room do you have? Do you have access between your I know you got a second floor, but you said that you ran some wiring and stuff through there. Do you have access to
yep.
put stuff up there?
Not, I mean, it's kind of hard now because my beams kind of go this way. So
Yeah.
running something all the way across is hard.
Give me a second here. So which way did you say your beams run?
They're running this way,
So front to
So
back.
front to back,
front
yeah.
to
So
back. Yeah, yep,
because I'm they have mini splits that go into the ceiling too. So
I
that's why I'm
saw
asking.
those.
Yeah.
Then I thought it'd probably be better to put a hole in the wall versus putting a big hole in the ceiling if I
Yeah.
ever want to take it down. And then if I put it in the ceiling, where would I put it in the ceiling? See, I would have to go in the middle of the room to make it look right. Then trying to get the lines all the way to the outside of the house be kind of hard.
I mean, if you could get it in that first rafter, I think it opens and closes, and you can angle it the way that you want to angle it. If you can get it in the rafter, you can do it in the middle of the room, but get it in the rafter.
I
You
got
know what I'm
lights up
saying?
there. I think it look kind of weird, kind of being
Yeah.
off centered on in the ceiling. I think it might look kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree
I don't
with you.
know. That's my OCD.
No, I definitely agree with you. They do make drill bits that'll, flex and stuff like that too. So if you
Yeah.
had to drill through the beams, just a suggestion for you.
Well, I got metal beams.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not drilling through that.
yeah, no, you're not drilling through those. You're correct on that.
You know,
Yeah, see, all my beams are my second floor beams are all wood.
I wish I had
So,
wood. They wouldn't vibrate as much.
but I'm blocked all the way up to
Are
the
you?
roof. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So, and I don't know about you, but I got hurricane proof windows, so it's there. You can hardly hear anything outside.
I got hurricane windows now too. Can't see
Yeah.
it. Mm-mm.
Awesome. Well, look, man, you did a
All right.
fantastic job on this theater. If you want to jump back on your computer.
Yep. We'll do. All right, guys. Hold on.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So I want to share this projector real quick.
What projector? The NZ8 that you're
No.
selling? Oh no,
No.
you upgraded to the NZ9 and you're selling that because you want to get the NZ22.
Coming soon.
So this is the Valerian projector that
The Valerian.
everybody's giving good reviews about, saying that it's a good projector. But as you can see, it's only got like that screw-in mount on the bottom, so it's kind of weird. You know,
You got to
of
place
how,
it on something, right?
Now, how
yeah,
much does it cost? Because everything's relative to cost, right? I mean, if it's $100, well, shit, yeah.
oh no, it's definitely not $100. Let's see what it says for buy now.
Man, it has AI in it, man. Everything has AI now, man.
I know that's such a BS. Like, there's no AI in the projector.
I don't recall seeing it being this much. It says $4,500, but I don't see it. That's a backer.
That's the backer.
Yeah, I don't think that's correct though. Let me go here.
Yeah, $4,500. No, that's 4 million. That's how many
4
backers
million,
they have.
4.5
Yeah,
million.
4.5 million.
Price is, well, they won't even tell you. I thought it was like $4,000 though. Roughly. $4,000. See, that's the thing. It's not even a projector yet. It's Kickstarter. There's still a 70% chance that this is gonna never even come to fruition. That's the problem with Kickstarter.
I mean, multiple people have this projector, so I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
they're
doesn't
sending it
mean
out for
anything.
review and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. I mean, they had this Scully helmet where it had, heads up display in the helmet that they sent out to reviewers. Tons of them. Never came to fruition.
So it's made by the same
And that was
company
like
as
a
AWOL.
Yeah, AWOL, yep.
But I'm not saying that that's what's happening here. But I mean, where's the price? Anytime it's not clearly defined on what the product is, what the price is, what the sell is of how you're getting it, that means they're just what are they really doing? Like you could just get a faux or another projector and put it into a housing and say, oh hey, this is the projector. Maybe program a little bit different, stuff in it, and call it a different projector. Um, but and sometimes that's all it takes, right?
Yeah.
Have settings better, right? Um, $3,500. Someone's 2K on the Kickstarter. 2K on the Kickstarter. $3,500 retail, and still that's not too bad. And depends
Kickstarter
on
launch is October 10th. End of Kickstarter campaign. Shipping begins in December.
Well, 45. Save up to 45%. So 2K. Yeah, that's about right. And the little mount doesn't depending on how heavy it weighs, a 3/8 inch bolt is going to hold hundreds of pounds, so it's just how well it vibrates.
It's 3,000 lumens, 4K, RGB laser, 110% Rec 2020,
ISF certified.
ISF certified. So Dolby Vision,
Active
IMAX.
3D. Oh, nice.
Yeah, active 3D. So I mean, I think they got a good base here.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of people are comparing it. They're saying the blacks aren't quite as black as the JVC, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, could be. Might be the next best, might be.
So here you go. Here's your pricing here.
There you go. That's for the early bird, right? Okay, so it's $4,000. Okay, that's what I thought. $4,000 for the max.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Early.
home theater people, they're gonna go for the max.
Yep. So 3,000 lumens. Well, you get 3,000 lumens with both of the Max and the Pro.
Which begs the question.
But there's only a difference of $200, so you might as well get the.
What's the difference between the Pro 2 and the Max? Like, what kind of, you know what I mean? That's weird. What's happening there?
Yeah, we'd have to be able to do a comparison between the two.
It's all marketing.
Yeah, that seems very weird. Like, same lumens, but we are not programming. It's kind of like, what is it? Is it Mercedes or BMW, where you buy the car but you got to pay extra for the heated seat activation? Is that what's happening there?
Well,
like,
if you want to know next week, Shane will be on the channel, so we'll get his in-person review.
All right.
So we'll be able to talk to him. He's going to do his theater tour next week. It's next Thursday. As mentioned before, we're probably going to move the Thanksgiving show either to Wednesday or to Thursday, just depending on if we're doing some traveling, or Wednesday or Friday, just depending on if anybody's doing any traveling or anything, So just look out for the show on Thanksgiving week on either Friday or Wednesday evening. Benny, really appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Go ahead and stop sharing this. Really appreciate you jumping in and showing your theater. Sorry if you felt peer pressured into jumping in tonight.
No, I'm good, man.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job on this theater. Like, what do you got going on over here?
I think I like your theater. It's impressive. I'm probably not going to do that since mine's still considered a great room, but I am going to redesign mine and find a little more put together. I did my barcade, in my vision, but I haven't done my theater. My theater I just kind of put up for visual sound. But
yeah, you have an open concept too, am I right?
Huh?
Yours is open too. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
full opens. But I got stopped because I did a high ankle sprain on my leg, so I'm like, well,
Ooh,
I'm not climbing a ladder to do any painting, or I'm definitely
Yeah.
not climbing up to run Cat 5 cable anytime soon. That is
Yeah.
everything came to a halt instantly. So I was delaying it too because I knew once I start something, I'm full. Like I'm the start it. I'm doing it until it's done, and everything else is getting put off. And I'm like, I mean, I'm already enjoying my theater, you know.
Right.
So so that brings up a question. What was the last movie you watched, Don, in your
so
existing setup?
so I tried to watch. I don't know. I went down a whole rabbit hole the other day. I woke up and I came down to, what did I come down to watch? I came down to watch something. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I wound up trying to watch the Penguin, the new
Oh,
series on
okay.
Matt
How
on
was
Matt.
that?
Honestly, I didn't get to it. So, long story short, I forgot my password to try to get the Mac. So I just created a new thing and paid $20 for a whole new service, and then found out that I was getting it free through AT&T. So I would try to get into my Apple to cancel it, and all kind of other stuff. So went down a long rabbit hole and never even watched the episode. But
Oh,
the last movie I watched was the one we talked about the other day, the Terrifier. So I am watching the show, also.
but
So
you're
that
watching a series, though, right? You're watching the
yeah,
series.
the
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Terrifier series, I believe
Yeah.
it's called, on Netflix.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
watching that.
I haven't watched any new. I'm trying to think. I don't think I watched any movies. I'm horrible at remembering. um, I did watch the rest of Vox Machina, which is like a D&D type of series. I don't even know what service it's on, to be honest. Um, but I watched that, and on the weekends, me and Jessica we watch murders in the only murders in the building, and then the floor. She watches a bunch of other stuff, and I don't really get into a lot of series. Like she started watching. She watched Naked and Afraid a lot, and we started watching the XL series, and they're like really long episodes, and I'm like, there's just not a there's so much irony in all of it. I'm just like, no, this is yeah, I can't watch. You're making up drama. You know what I mean? Like I get it. There's drama in some of those episodes, some of that stuff, but it's just like the reality of that is there's really no real danger,
Right.
because there's people, so you can only dramatize fake drama so much. You know what I mean? I will, I can suspend my belief so much, but it's like, man, come on. You just like, uh, it's like, okay, I'm bored of you, making this one scenario way more. Not that if you were out there by yourself, that wouldn't be extremely, taxing on you, but you can't just spend like 30 minutes on this one thing. It's like, yeah, we know. If you don't get
Yeah.
food next 12 hours, you're fucking dead. Okay. Well, you don't need to spend an hour and a half talking about it when there's 12 other people that have other scenarios going on. Like, come on.
Yep.
And we know you're not gonna let them die, so stop
Some
with
some
that
of them
one
they
thing.
some of them they let it push pretty far. Some of the
Oh yeah, no,
reality
they
shows.
do, those people, absolutely amazing, crazy mental fortitude 1,000 times. I'm not even talking about the people. The people, absolutely. And I'm telling you, some of the scenarios that they talk about, I'd be like, no, I'm tapping out hour one. Where some of the others, I'm just like, come on, really, come on now.
So, Benny, you I saw that you replied in the Facebook group today that, or either today or yesterday, that Casey and Michael are trying to start up the Florida Get Together group, and I noticed that you put in there that you'd be willing to host. I definitely want to try to make it up there, to your theater and check it out in person. What are some of the Paul was talking about movies. What's some of the last movies that you watched, and what are some of the demos, your go-to demos right now?
The last movie I watched was Deadpool. I watched that over the weekend. That was pretty good. I thought it was good. I just finished. I just watched a show, The Continental. And you guys watch that? The John Wick kind of spin-off series.
Yes. Oh no, I haven't seen the series. How is that?
The sound is not like great. But it's a good show.
The story. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about. I love the sound. I love the sound. I love the visual. But when I'm watching movies, I'm all about the story. And sometimes I don't necessarily need something in depth. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I just action is great.
Right.
Like I don't watch Fast and Furious series because I want an in depth, friggin' storyline. I just watch it for the cars and for the impossible, I'm flipping a car with my fist, or whatever the heck they're gonna do next. Yeah. And I can enjoy that, but yeah, a lot of the times I like it for the story.
Yep.
So what are some of the demos that you're doing?
I don't even know yet. I was kind of going through yesterday trying to figure out what kind of demos. The demo that I really love is the first Ghostbuster, like the first couple minutes of the movie. I don't know if you remember the intro of Ghostbusters. It has a lot of effects, so that would probably be one of my go-to get demos for sure.
Now, when you say the original, you mean the original, or
not the original, but of the new reboot.
The new so after what's it, Aftermath or after
Afterlife?
Yeah, something like that. I forgot what it.
But not the Frozen Empire. You're talking about the Afterlife, the new.
Right.
The remake. Well, it's not a remake. It's just what do you call that whenever they
reboot?
Light up a series. Yeah, reboot. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Yeah, the reboot of it. Yeah, I liked the first one. That was a really cool movie. Yeah. The Frozen Empire is good. It just wasn't as, I don't know. It seems like they rushed it compared to the first one.
That's what I keep hearing. I haven't watched it.
They had a lot of great cameos and stuff in it, but it's just like, okay, that's cool. Everyone loves that, but that doesn't make the movie. No matter how many cameos you do.
Yeah. How about you? Like, you watch anything in the theater this week?
I watched Das Boot, the German movie about what's it called? The German U-boats in World War II.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an old school. I think it came out in 1982. It's a really good movie, and it's the World War II style movie, submarines and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen it, see it. It's one of those World War II classics, right? And it might be difficult to find the English version, so I understand a little bit of German, so I watched the German.
Okay.
Yeah.
Expanding your horizons there, huh?
Yeah, I have always.
So do you have to speak German
I've always spoken German, so.
There you go.
And I'm a big fan of World War II movies. I have a whole collection of them. Books and all kinds of things.
So Johnny says to check out Special Ops Lioness. Very good show.
Yes, I started that on net. I think it's on Netflix, one of the subscription services. I saw that. I watched the first episode.
Paramount. I think it's Paramount.
Is it Paramount? Yeah, I watched the first episode of it. It looks like it would be good.
I watched the first season. I liked it.
Speaking of the rabbit hole that I went down, I did find out that I was paying for Paramount twice. So I was paying for Paramount plus Showtime and just Paramount. So once
Now I know you're not, but that sounds stupid rich. Like
no,
I don't know that I would ever be continually
Is it
paying for
Is it
something
through your phone? Is it
twice.
through your phone network? Because I know
yeah. So
one time I was doing that for
Oh, okay,
HBO,
okay.
where
Yeah, I could
my
see
phone
that.
was paying
I've done
for
that
it, and
before.
I
Yeah.
was still paying. Yeah.
Yeah, that
yeah,
sucks. Yeah, I could get that. That's kind of like me buying Ready Player One 2 more times because I was like, well, the first time I didn't know I had it. The second time I was just like, I can't find it. I don't know where the hell it is. And that's why I went all digital. I'm like, God damn it, I know I have this. Like, screw it.
I actually bought 2 also because I loaned one to my brother-in-law, and he, you don't want to
Yeah,
ask him back for it, right? So it's like, all right, it's been 2 months. Well, it's been 3 months. You're gonna give me my
yeah,
disc back? It's like, no, okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna just
yeah.
buy
I,
another.
I honestly think that the reality is, I think I bought it again in 4K and didn't realize because I didn't even know I had it because I think I had the Blu-ray. I bought it the 4K Blu-ray combo, and then I saw something. I don't know. It might have been like a steel box set. Oh, 4K. I don't know if I have this in 4K, and I bought it in 4K. I was like, oh shit, the old one's 4K. It just wasn't as fancy as a box, and I'm not a collector of like the steel boxes or anything. So I was like, God dang it. Now I got 3 copies of this damn movie. Like, what the hell?
Why does
So
it sound
now I
like
just pull up my app and like, nope, I got it.
why does it sound like you're out there in a storm, Paul? I think is your mic rubbing against something?
That's not me.
Oh, where's that coming from?
I don't know.
What's that?
Sounds like
Oh,
just getting a little bit of feedback. That's all. It's all
oh,
right.
it looks like it's Benny. I don't know.
No big deal. It's
No,
fine.
no big deal. At the end of the show, anyways. So
You still hear it?
no,
Nope.
Might be my
it's
fan hitting it.
Ah,
okay. Yeah, because I was like, sounds like
yeah, we didn't
there's
hear
a
that earlier.
storm.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So
It's
look, we
I talk
appreciate everyone joining the show this evening. Like I said,
Always
next week
blaming
Shane
me.
Lee,
They're always blaming me.
Shane Lee's booked for next week, so we'll have him on. Benny, you're welcome to join back on anytime, man. You got the link whenever you just want to come in, talk shop, whatever. You did a phenomenal job on your build. I'm extremely jealous, man. It looks awesome. That's my biggest fear is that I want it to be aesthetically pleasing, and you did a fantastic job. So that's my biggest fear for me is that I hope to do something even halfway as good as what you did. So you did a really really nice job there.
Appreciate it.
So
Thank you.
if you guys would like to be a guest on the show, please shoot us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. I know we were talking in the chat here to do a tour from Africa. We'd love to do a remote tour from someone in Africa. Be pretty awesome to do that. So if you wanna join us, like I said, go ahead and shoot us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. Once again, everyone, thank you for joining the show. We'll see you next week. Benny, hang on for a minute.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Later.